starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, class. Say hello to Billy Madison.
Hello, Billy Madison.
You want me to take my shirt off for you?
No, thank you.
Okay, baby.
What's up? Welcome, Billy Madison Show. How's it going? All right, we switched it over so everybody can watch us. Nice, very nice. Welcome, it's Billy Madison Show. Nard's still in the hospital. But the good thing is he should be out by June 14th so we can have our big, game day men's health event to help out our little buddy, the Nard's Wieners for Money Party. At first, I was annoyed that we had to do this for him. I'll be honest, because it would be the first weekend that I've had free, and since I think maybe November.
Yep.
So I was like, I had this on the calendar, but then, being the church guy that I am, I mean, we're not here for ourselves, we're here for others. So, I was like, we got to do this for our buddy.
Sure.
Our little rascal.
Whatever.
That little son of a bitch. Chris is like, no, we don't. But I think we do, because we're all going to be there. I think the whole sales staff's going to be there. Our general manager's going to be there. Joe. If you haven't met our PD, he's electrifying. You got to meet this guy.
Yeah.
He is all electric. All gas, no brakes.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to check it out. What? He's cool.
No, I agree.
So check it out. You can meet this is like
our new market manager will be there. He's a funny guy.
He's funny and
he's
very nice.
Funny.
This is probably no, I don't think there's ever been a time where everybody's liked us. I honestly,
everyone's liked us.
Yeah, because when we first got here, the PD didn't like us, but the GM really loved us, and then we proved ourselves, and then we found out there used to be some dumb rule where people weren't allowed to talk to us in the building.
What?
And I remember I found that out. I was like, what? Why can't they talk to us? I don't know. Everybody said they can't talk to you guys. Like, why? Why can't
I don't
they
know.
talk to
I never
us?
heard that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there was like rules like they're not allowed to have giveaways. Just crazy stuff, Chris.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, they're not allowed to have giveaways. It's like, why can't we have a giveaway? So dumb. But yeah, all these guys that we have now are just fantastic.
Yep.
I can't say anything bad about them.
No, they're great.
All I can say is nice things about them. And so they're all going to be there. I hope you guys can make it because it's Saturday, June 14th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at McFinnigan's Pub. And the food's being provided by Q's Cuts Meat Market, Nard's Wieners for Money Party. You got to imagine. Me and Derek, we have our own families to provide for, but we're still like paying all Nard's bills. But he's got all these hospital bills. He has no medical insurance. He's got a car payment to make.
Rent's due.
Yeah, rent's due. I'm sure that they're like, they don't care that he's in the hospital.
No. No, that's not how that works, yeah.
They're like, that's not really our fault.
Yep.
God, we only knew.
I couldn't get a hold of Nard. I must have FaceTimed him
I know.
40 times over the weekend. Is he just that disheartened, or were there women up there?
I have no idea. I don't know. I couldn't get a hold of him either.
He would text me. He's like, still here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, all right.
That's all he say?
Yeah.
He's in there throwing a fit.
Well, I was like, okay, well, maybe he's just got women up there, right?
No, it's not that. He's becoming, super depressed that he's in the hospital.
I'm sure. I wanted to go visit him this weekend. It was just one of those weekends.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And he wasn't responding to me, so I don't know where he is, what room he's in.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, do you need, money? What do you need, bud?
No, it's always money.
Well, I know. That's why I was like, hey, I know answer. But the fact that when
money's not really on his mind right
now.
now.
The fact that I offered him money and he didn't even answer the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He usually always, because he usually hits me up.
He's just trying to get out of the hospital.
Yeah, he just wants to get back.
Don't worry about money when he gets out of the hospital. But right now, If you asked him where money was on the list, it wouldn't be anywhere on the list.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, it's just about him getting out of the hospital.
He just wants to be healthy and get
Yeah.
out of there.
Yeah.
You got to imagine. You know how some people, they do crack
Yep.
and then it's taken away from him?
Right.
Whoring has been taken away from him.
Well, and he hasn't been getting to do his Uber show.
That's true, too. He's probably fiending.
Yeah. He's like, oh, man, the riders need to hear from me.
Yeah, they got it. I'm sure there's been
Mhm.
an outcry of where is he?
Well, because he's got regulars,
Yeah.
and, they're missing out.
Well, anyway, so make sure that you are there 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, June 14th. Some people were saying, oh, that's Father's Day weekend. I know
It is.
that. I know that.
It
but
is.
Who does anything for Father's Day?
Mm-hmm.
I have
And especially it's not on Father's Day. This is the Saturday before. So if you want to sit here and act like, to me, that you're planning an entire weekend around the father is insane.
Nobody does that.
Nobody
In
does
fact,
a whole Father's Day weekend.
As we get closer to Father's Day, there's this
Like that,
woman.
what a joke.
This woman wants Father's Day canceled. So I don't. Yeah, she wants the whole thing canceled. I'm fine with it.
I don't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
I mean, it just.
Some people would say yes, it does, because you guys bitch about it all the time. Which that would be a fair,
Yeah. Well, this is one. It's satire. Two, we change our mind all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're hypocrites. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
There's probably some other words about us. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have
I think
20
you do
hours.
Yeah, exactly.
20 hours of content to put together every single day.
Uh-huh.
The storyline might not always piece together.
It might not. Opinions change.
Yeah, from day to day.
Yeah.
However we woke up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that little rascal's still in the hospital.
He still is. I expect him to be here, but
Big shout out to Game Day Men's Health for helping us put together our big Nard's Wieners for Money party.
mm-hmm.
I think Nard's nurse is going to drop by and do the show.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I know. Super weird.
Be a good update though.
This woman, she goes, my husband cheated, and then I found out because he gave her an STD. So that's one of those things where that dude's a sloppy cheater.
Uh-huh.
Just bringing home some STDs. And then obviously his wife's like, hey, well, what's this? What's
Right.
this weird stuff going downstairs?
Yeah, who do you think you are? Magic Johnson?
Comes home, brings that home.
It's ridiculous.
I saw some of the comments where this one woman, she's like, if you're going to cheat with a clean woman at least, you jerk.
I mean, the least you could do is that.
Yeah.
The very least. Don't bring home an STD. I think
least-
would be like top of the list.
And then some people were saying, if you're going to cheat, use a condom, you dummy.
That's a fair thing to say too.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to come home and then interact with your wife.
She confronted her husband, who confessed to everything.
What a loser.
That is. I got a story coming up where it was this man and woman. They're like, hey, if he cheated, would you stay? And she's like, no, I would not stay.
Yeah.
And
They all say that.
yeah.
Yeah. Till it
It-
happens.
They're all tough guys.
But they were saying it's just it's an unredeemable quality about a man. If he cheats, it's over.
You know how many unredeemable qualities women have? Millions.
Sure, men as well. We all got them.
Men have some. Not as many as women. It's just a fact.
I want to argue with that so
It's
bad.
hard to, though.
Yeah,
It's hard to.
you put me in a box. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Way to go.
No problem.
Can you imagine just going out there, being unfaithful, and then you bring home something not so special for your woman?
No, that guy's a jerk.
Man, that is
Yeah.
a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
She has decided to leave her husband and is now preparing to be a single mom with 2 children.
I mean, I don't blame her, because some of these STDs are lifelong STDs.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to live with that for this? Yeah, I don't blame her for, making that decision.
She
Not
was
at all.
actually
Seemed pretty
thinking
easy.
the STD because that's the thing that ratted him out.
Yeah. Otherwise, she would have never known.
She says, I hate that it took an STD to show me that he cheated because I'm still suffering from it,
Mm-hmm.
even though I got treatment. I just don't want nothing to do with him anymore.
No, that'll definitely scorn you if you have to, continue to go get treatment for the rest of your life.
This dude, he's like, hey, let's not act like it's just dudes that bring stuff home. I got something from my girl. that cheated.
Yeah, was anybody saying it was just dudes? I don't think so.
But he
This
took
guy just
offense
wanted
to
to
it.
jump in the comments.
He took offense
Hey,
to
let's
it.
not act like it's only dude. No, but I don't think anybody was acting that way, sir. This particular story.
That's it.
Yeah, was, a guy brought home an STD to his wife.
Yeah, nasty one, too. Nasty.
They get nasty because they evolve, and they, like, change.
Mutate.
Mutate, that's what it is. Mutate.
Yeah, it's like them lice and crabs. They have, like, super lice and super crabs. Luckily, people don't have a lot of pubic hair anymore.
Right, so those have really went away.
I mean, how stupid were we? They were, like, still had pubic hair. It's like we got all this, pubic lice.
Well, I think we're meant to have pubic hair.
Oh, I know, but we had the option to shave, but we would still just have these big bushes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's why wieners have gotten smaller, because they don't have so much bush to come out of. So it's like it shrank. Because you used to have to, you'd have to have some length to like even get that wiener out of that bush to even be shown. Sometimes the bush would outgrow the wiener.
Well, I think
I don't think that happened back in the day. I could be wrong.
I think Nard confessed on the show that the first time he ever saw his wiener was he finally started to shave.
Right. Yeah, there was something there.
Yeah. You couldn't see
like
it.
when his bush would grow, if you looked where his wiener was, it looked like he was like digging a hole. It was like, what's down there?
You know how
And at the bottom of it was a wiener.
Homer would vanish into those bushes?
That's how his wiener was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Uh-huh.
He's a wild guy. There's a new disturbing sex trend called joy. It surged by 186% in popularity on porn sites. And it fulfills the need to be praised.
Okay.
I saw this, and it made Daily Mail. It was like this big part of Daily Mail. So I was like, this must be a big deal.
If you enjoy being praised, like I don't know how you do it. You're kind of weird to me.
Well,
because it's uncomfortable.
It's JOI. Now, I can't say exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But basically, you are given instructions on how to touch yourself.
Oh, okay.
The videos see an adult star tell the person who is watching how to, touch themselves. Mm-hmm. And so men are watching these videos. I guess maybe women. I doubt it. But men are watching these videos. And it's some porn star lady that's instructing them how to touch themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I got it.
Yeah.
I got it down.
It creates a fantasy where
Yeah.
someone is not just another viewer or random fan, but it gives more of a personal, it's like they're talking to you.
Oh,
Personal
yeah.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It fulfills the need to feel wanted, controlled, and they're saying that because a lot of these ladies in these videos will praise the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him, how awesome it is.
I mean,
it
guys
is
like that, don't
Yeah, it's jumped by 200%.
I don't know how they get it. I don't know how they do that, though. Because it's just so stupid.
It is.
Because it's just like the ads that come on before the porn,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like,
Oh, blank mate.
Right, yeah. Oh, man, you got a big ween. Like,
Yeah.
they try to gas you up sometime on some of those, too. And it's like, yeah, skip. I'd never, sit there and be like, oh, man, I got to see the rest of this ad.
Really?
Well, some lady that does this,
Skip.
she says, I'm a storyteller, and her goal is to guide the viewer. So basically, she enjoys telling the story, of how to get this guy to do his thing.
Right. I'm sure that's why she's so gifted. It has nothing to do with probably her giant boobs or,
Imagine that's your job.
No, I would not like to imagine
That would be
that.
such a terrible job.
It seems like a terrible job. As far maybe the ladies are like, hey, this is such an easy job.
No, I get it.
Mean, yeah, like as a woman, like it's like back in the day being like a phone sex operator. Like who had it easier than those ladies? I mean, yeah, they had to talk to some weirdos, but if you have the, if you can do it, I mean, that job had to be cake. Like, oh yeah, you're the biggest. All right, cool.
Imagine
Next
paying
call.
$1 a minute for that.
Oh man, it was expensive.
Imagine paying for that, and you don't
Yeah.
know what that person looks like on the other side.
And from my understanding, like those hotlines used to be like huge.
Oh yeah.
Like
And
they
gross.
were. I mean, they would stay ringing 24/7.
Yeah. Pick up the
Gross.
phone. Yeah.
You remember the ads?
No, he
I
remembers
remember.
him
Pick up the phone.
because he called.
I'm all alone.
I'm alone.
That's because Chris called.
Oh,
All right,
that's
I got to
hilarious.
tell you everything that's coming up in the program. Our pick and pull hotline 1-855 FU Billy. Hang on.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? All right, we have our special guest. You probably see it over there. If you're watching us on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook Live, we have a special guest in studio.
Yep.
Right, Chris? This is your buddy, right, Chris?
This is my buddy. What?
You came up with this, right?
I mean, I had a sex doll in my drawer.
All right. Oh, I didn't know that was a sex doll. I thought it was just.
Oh, I had a nurse in my drawer.
Yeah. Why do you have that?
You and everybody else asked the same question. Like,
Yeah, I'd like to
Why
know.
do I keep getting asked that?
yeah,
Because it's different.
yeah.
I like that.
Mark like came up to me and was like, "Why do you have this?" Like, just you opened
Why
your
is
drawer.
this at Why is this at work?
You opened your drawer and you pulled it out. I was just like,
Yeah.
more importantly, why don't you have one?
All
Hard
right,
went
that's
to
a
the
great
hospital
question.
and he got implants?
Yeah.
He did. Look at him. It's insane on camera. It's insane. People want to know why you have the random doll. I want to know too, Chris.
I don't know. I can't be the only one.
Oh, I'm
I think
sure.
they were just like tired of having the Nard camera empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
They
course.
told
We
me
want
to
to fill
fill
the
it with
box.
Although I thought it was like kind of cool that it was empty. Not cool, but it
Yes,
was like
I mean, it's true,
highlighting
cool.
that he was, still in the hospital.
Look at that. And that facial expression photo of Nard.
Yeah.
It's a great tank top, though.
It is. That is a great tank
This
top.
must be old school. Or
Is that
something.
yours?
No, it's not mine, but I had it in my drawer too.
I bet. That's got to be from the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's from
it-
our Christmas team from the 90s.
Yeah, I was going to
our
say.
Christmas team.
Yeah, we had a station bikini back then, when you could.
Yeah.
Well, why can't we have a station bikini contest now?
So much has changed.
Why? It's just a bikini.
Yeah, I think it'd be weird.
They just had Victoria's Secret do their big thing or something, or like
I haven't
Sports
seen a
Illustrated.
bikini contest in, oh my god, since MySpace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could do a mankini contest.
See, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
Like, I know that that's what people are pushing for heavy, and that's fun. Like, do your thing. I just don't want to do it.
Well, straight man Speedo summer.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
That's
I might.
It's a
don't
big
care
topic
what-
right
yeah,
there.
I
You,
don't-
Speedo?
I mean, Mark is really trying to get me to do it. I'm
Yeah.
like, man,
Wow.
Yeah,
Mark,
RG,
you're
was
gonna,
adamant.
you're gonna come up short there.
He offered to give you cash.
I don't.
He offered you $100, Derek, if you would
I was more
show up in a
insulted by
Speedo.
that offer. I was like, what, Mark? What do you think?
$100,
Always
Derek.
lasts me about 90 seconds.
Let's see. What do I got coming up on this here program for you? I got this weird dude that licked a woman's toes.
Creepy.
Tell you what animal got fondled. That's also creepy. There was some cannibalism
Yeah,
as
I guess
well.
that will. Yeah, that is creepy as well.
Like nobody said anything.
yeah. Well,
No, it was like, animal got
Oh,
fondled.
okay,
It was
all right.
just crickets.
Yep.
It was just dead silence.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Again, an animal got fondled. Pretty crazy.
That's wild.
I also have how many days a month the average person's tired?
Yeah.
Isn't everybody tired every day? Whoever wakes up refreshed?
I've seen so many things on X about this, about how people claim that like people are more tired now than they ever have been, and they're wondering why.
Who
it's-
the hell wakes up all refreshed and ready to start their day?
It's just like, yeah, I think everybody's trying to get that energy. And I got to try something that I saw because the Duck Dynasty guy died. That apparently, like, we're putting the reason why we don't have energy and stuff like that, especially for coffee drinkers, is because we're barely putting any coffee in the filter. Like this dude, when he would make a pot of coffee, he'd put the whole filter like almost filled with coffee. And he's like, that's why. Somehow, you guys got finagled into putting very little coffee in here.
But didn't he die?
I mean, he was like, how old? He was super old.
Was he that old?
He was like 70.
That's not that old.
And what? 70 is really
I
old.
don't know. Usually, all the people in my family, besides obviously my dad, and my
Right.
grandma.
But when do you
other than
stop
that-
caring about those people? Usually, like in their 50s,
No, that's awful.
you know, and then their 60s and 70s. It's kind of like, hey, what, you know, let's wrap this up.
You know what I saw
New
yesterday
generation.
that reminded me of my grandpa yesterday is a windmill cookie shaped like a windmill. Did your grandparents ever have those?
I had windmill cookies. Yeah, never shaped like a windmill. Ever.
shaped like a windmill.
Yeah, never,
I
never,
love 'em.
never seen that.
And I have a sex worker reveals the men's craziest habits, and they don't even involve any nudity. No nudity at all.
Interesting.
And let's see what else. Is DMing girls cheating?
Oh, I would probably have to say yeah. I mean, I try to cut around it here and there, but I don't DM girls. I might like their pictures and stuff on Instagram, but I'm not private messaging them. That's how do you like even what's your excuse when you get caught on that? How would you even
being friendly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just a good guy. What do you I'm just saying hi.
The liking one, I mean, me and my chick argue about it all the time. And I'm like, I'm just doing promotion for the show.
Which we need.
You know?
You don't see billboards.
You got some girl that's like, oh man, I like her picture. You don't think, oh man, she's more likely to listen to our show?
Yeah, she is.
If I'm participating in her content?
Yeah, then she's gonna participate in our content.
Yeah. And my chick just hates that. Because I'm like, that's a good argument.
That's a great argument, Derek.
Right.
Because, you know, we used to, back in the day when they had this thing called television,
Yeah.
we had TV commercials.
Right.
Now, we don't have streaming commercials. We could get some of those. I think those would be pretty effective.
Well, then she's like, how come you don't like dude posts? And I'm like, because I don't follow dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Because it'd be weird if dudes weren't already listening to us.
Yeah.
And I also have, this dude says his girl wants to be treated like dirt in the bedroom. Is that normal?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, yeah.
So he would like some information on that.
That's, I mean, is he's just now discovering this?
Yeah. Because the girl just asked for it. She's like, treat me like dirt in the bedroom.
I mean, there was this girl on TikTok the other day that was like, she has one of her buddies that's not her boyfriend, but just like a hookup buddy who's rather tall, like 6'5", and she keeps going back to him because when they do it, he'll put one foot on her head while they're doing it and, you know, put in work. And she just, I mean, can't get enough of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Foot on the head
It's like a WWE move.
while
but with
she's in the
sex.
canine.
Yeah, like a curb
You gotta have
stomp.
some long ass legs for that. I mean, he's 6'5".
I think that's why she highlighted the fact he was 6'5".
And so then he puts his foot on her head,
Yes.
buries it in the pillow.
And now, I mean, could she just be doing this for, you know, to get likes and views, I guess? She seemed really genuine about it, so.
Trying to think. I don't know how that would be comfortable for the guy.
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be 6'5". So I don't know, like, sometimes I have trouble, you know, where to put my legs being, you know, 6 foot. So 6'5", it's like, you got some room there.
And I also have the sweet sounds of a woman's butt cheeks. So I'll play that later.
I like that sound.
I saw it
clapping.
over the weekend, yeah, and I was like, I mean, this lady is clap. It's like an applause.
Yeah.
It's not even a clap. This is a whole ass applause.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this woman had a big ass back porch.
It happens. I've
Yeah.
seen them. Yeah.
When their back porch is just so big, it was just making so much noise, so much
Mhm.
racket.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have men that cheat need to be left.
Mm.
Is that true?
You know, one thing I've been doing a personal study on, though, is that, like, there are way more, like, tiny, weird butts than there are big, you know, awesome butts on girls.
Okay. There's one in particular
Yeah.
that was highlighted over the weekend
Mm-hmm.
who majority of people prior to this weekend thought she was one of the hottest girls on the planet,
Yeah.
the Livy Dunn.
Okay.
And then she did this walk with Sports Illustrated or something.
Uh-oh.
But she has a gymnastics body.
Yeah, those girls oftentimes, yeah.
So she's very, you know, sometimes it can be disproportionate a little bit.
Sometimes they have big butts. It kind of depends on what their, like, sport is.
Yeah, it did not look like she had a big butt, and people were being rude.
Yeah, gymnastics, sometimes, yeah, their bodies are, I mean, they have, like, arms and stuff.
And legs.
Yeah, but not so much butt.
So people are being rude
feel
to
like
her.
I could be wrong, but one thing I'm thinking is that butts are kind of starting to go away a little bit.
I have seen that.
Because I was honestly just thinking about this yesterday when I was at Walmart and I was walking around and I'm like, every girl in here has like a tiny weird butt like I do. Like I didn't see no like jumbo booties.
Well, if Ozempic and people are getting Ozempic ass.
Yeah, that might be what it is. Some of these big girls are they're losing it all.
Right.
But
and
they're
so
also losing that ass.
They lose that ass and the face. The face starts to melt.
That sucks.
Look
about
at
the butt.
look at Nard. Nard is in the hospital because of Ozempic, and Nard lost
Fighting
his
for his
entire
life.
ass.
Yeah, he did. He looks
He
great though.
He lost his gallbladder and
Yeah.
his ass.
I will say he looks phenomenal. He does. Like I hope for his sake he gets out of the hospital just so he can show how good looking he is. That would really suck if he didn't get out of the hospital. He did all this and, he finally got hot and then never got out of the hospital.
Yeah, that
Oh
would suck.
God. What an awful thing that would be for him. Years later I would have to laugh about that, but man, that would be awful right now.
And I didn't know if you guys knew this, but it is we'll just say it. I mean, it's
What?
basically summer.
It is.
And
Is it
so
not already summer
women
or
have
something?
summer confessions,
Uh-huh.
and there's one in particular that I'm going to play some audio from.
Oh no.
But that's where they do the dirtiest thing that they've ever done.
I've heard about this. I've heard like
Summers are filthy.
Summers can
Yeah.
be very filthy.
Yeah, that's where they do the things, their little bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go into summer in a nice, healthy relationship, and then summer just demolishes it.
Right? And then she does something like what this woman did just to have a little summer fun. Wait till you
Right.
hear.
Okay.
And this one made me laugh, but I have a feeling when I play this,
Mm-hmm.
women are just going to give us a dirty look.
Uh-oh.
But it is hilarious.
I think
laughed.
they do that often in their car.
I laughed.
Like
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when they have us on, I feel like sometimes they just look at the radio with a dirty look. as
I'd
if
love
they're
Yeah,
to
looking-
and that's fine. I think
Take
it's
a peek
cute.
of that. That'd be great.
It's kind of cute.
That is really funny to think about, though.
But when I play this audio, it made me laugh I laughed all weekend because of this.
Okay. I like those videos where it's just like a video you can't stop thinking about.
This dude body bagged every woman except one.
God, I can't wait for this. This is going to be great.
And when you hear, because the look on women's faces was hysterical.
Women are good about that, about hearing some truth and then just giving you like a look.
And then a woman, no let her husband pound town.
Oh, no.
Yeah, none for him. You get none, sir.
Oh, so he can't do that.
No, works all day. No pound town.
Hate to see that. Gosh.
I wonder if she still does sex. She's just like, you can't go crazy.
No, he gets nothing.
Oh, he gets nothing.
No cheeks. No, whatever you want to call it. Making love.
I never call it that.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. There's a recent neuroscience discovery that shows that your brain, when it's on revenge, looks like your brain on drugs.
I bet.
Why it's time to start treating revenge as a potentially deadly addiction that it is.
Mhm.
They're saying that when they did brain scans, they noticed that the brain looked identical when you're on your revenge tour or you're getting revenge against somebody or you just are filled with this hate.
Yeah. You're not thinking correctly.
It's the
No.
same as if you're on drugs.
Yeah.
And so they're saying we need to treat somebody that has, an addiction to drugs. You got to treat the people that have an addiction to getting revenge.
I mean, I've heard that since I was, younger. Like that's when you seek revenge, it just doesn't. You end up doing something to hurt yourself.
What?
You do
You do.
because you're not thinking properly.
You're not supposed to seek revenge.
I love revenge.
I mean, I do too.
How do you let somebody get away with something?
I do too, but a lot of times you end up setting yourself back.
Just take the L. Move on.
Why?
Yeah.
Why take the L?
Because
People are just sitting in prison for like the rest of their life because you know what I mean? They wanted revenge.
that's why they call pride the deadliest sin.
They do call it that. I always wondered why.
Because
Like, how could pride be the deadliest sin?
Because
But
the only
that's
reason that you're seeking revenge is because of pride.
Uh-huh.
And you're right. There's a
Because
lot
your
of
pride was hurt, and so you're like, I got it.
You got to protect it.
just take the L.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much easier.
Yep.
Take the L. You don't have to like it,
Right.
right? And you learn from that L, and then you don't put yourself in that same position again. That's all you do.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people out there that like to seek revenge, like you just said, Chris. You love revenge.
I
think
mean,
that's
I can't
common.
rest until it happens.
That's common.
But they're saying that it should be treated just like somebody that is on drugs, like a Nard.
Nard is big on revenge.
Oh,
loves it.
Nard is only about revenge.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
huge.
look at where he's at in life.
Okay,
Right.
point taken.
Right.
Point
where
taken.
he is.
Look at how
I'm
it
changing
set
my
him
life
back
today.
in unbelievable
You know what?
ways.
He was taking Ozempic because of revenge,
Right.
Yeah. Oh, he was.
right?
Oh.
He got his big house he can't afford for revenge. He got his car for revenge.
He blew
Oh.
20 grand in court trying to get revenge and got nothing.
Yeah.
Lost all of his
Wow.
money.
Okay, you're right. I'm
Yeah.
changing my
All
tune
because he
today.
was trying to get revenge. And in the end, it wound up being nothing.
Revenge got him.
Yeah. The lawyers got him. Stupid.
Doctors pinpoint the exact amount of time you should spend on the toilet.
Oh, no.
So they're saying like 5 minutes really
Yeah.
truly is how long you should be on the toilet. No,
It's too
no
much
longer
internet.
than 10.
There is too much internet. Like, that's a problem.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds
Because
like
people are
there's too
taking
much
like hour-long dumps.
Yeah, I easily an hour, sometimes 2.
That's crazy.
Well,
Like,
it
Dad
says
just spends all his time in the
you have
potty.
to have piles or something. You have to have stuff that's wrong with your butt.
No,
You're not even pooping
You're not
the whole
pooping.
You're just
No,
sitting
I
there.
know, but when you're sitting that long, you have to have piles and hemorrhoids and all
Oh,
sorts of
yeah.
other stuff.
I mean, there are times when I go in and everybody's up, and I get out and everybody's asleep in bed. And this is quite often at my house.
Dad's pooping himself to sleep again.
There are times when I go in there and it's daylight out.
It is, yeah.
When I
Seriously.
come out, it's
Maybe the
night.
plop sounds puts everybody to sleep.
Oh, man.
like
Or
water
the 2
dripping.
hours of
Yeah, I think that's more what it is.
Okay.
I don't think they're listening to him dump.
Hey, Daddy put me to sleep with his dump again.
Yeah. I just think, they're going on about their life while Dad's
like,
just
m-
spinning
my
in the
wife
toilet.
texts me like, "Are you okay?"
I think a lot of wives have done that, which
Now
is
she-
really funny.
Yeah. Now she's just kind of like, "Okay, he's
Oh,
up
he's
there."
a
They
man.
texted their dude like, "Are you all right in
Are
there?"
you okay in there?
Uh-huh.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
Yeah,
reading
they're
the
saying
history
that-
of Burger King.
That if you
I'm on
can't,
Wikipedia.
take a dump within 5 minutes, this professional dude says you're supposed to get back up, move around a little bit,
Yeah.
wait until you really have to go.
Okay.
Try again later.
Good advice. Thanks.
I hate it.
Get up, move around a bit.
Try again.
I love that.
And this duck is causing chaos in the Florida neighborhood. It sent
Okay.
one to the hospital.
Okay.
It reminds me of Dr. J.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
he has Mr. Feathers in his
He
neighborhood.
does.
And he was telling us about Mr. Feathers.
It's the funniest.
And he went
damn
to
thing.
he went to go apologize to Mr. Feathers because he got this letter.
Yep.
And it's so funny. He gets this letter.
He thought
about-
Mr. Feathers was a person.
He did. So he's like, "Oh man, I didn't mean to offend Mr. Feathers." Turns out it was just like a goose or something that's
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
neighborhood that everybody loved.
Well, one of his dogs was like chasing Mr. Feathers, and so Dr. J gets a letter from like the HOA, like, "Hey, please, don't bother Mr. Feathers." And Dr. J's like, "Oh man, I didn't know my dog was bothering Mr. Feathers." Then he finds out Mr. Feathers is like the pond's duck. Dr. J was like, "Why the hell? They acted like this was a person." He's like, "I mean, I thought the name was weird, Mr. Feathers, but
That'd be the dumbest name.
I would." Oh my God! If you're a Feathers kid growing up, oh,
Yeah,
geez.
Mr. Feathers.
Please, Dad, can we please change this?
Vegas journalist killed by roommate will tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Drama professor does a bad thing, and cops try to lure a bobcat. We'll get to that next. Hang on.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
They call me Help. They call me Stacy. They call me Her. They call me Jane.
Hey, we got $1,000. It's our last week that we're giving away this $1,000 twice a show. So if you would like that money, give us about 12 minutes and we'll give it to you. Don't forget, we got our Nard Wieners for Money party, Saturday, June 14th. So everybody from the show will be out there from 11 to 2. Hopefully Nard will be there. He's still in the hospital.
Yeah.
You go to the camera. I mean, we have Nard in spirit. I kind of posted a little bit of a photo of it.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see it.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know if I can post the whole photo. I don't want to get kicked off the X.
I think you can post a murder and you don't get kicked off. So,
Yeah, not on X.
Yeah, I guess that is the Wild West of
Yeah.
social media.
Big time.
This Vegas journalist killed by roommate and stuffed in a box after confronting him for being a disgusting slob. So this guy's like, hey, I know we're rooming, but, you're kind of being a little bit of a disgusting slob. And the roommate's like, oh, all right. Well, hold on. Let me kill you.
Let me kill you. Hold on.
So then he killed him.
God.
Stuffed him in a box.
Because he called him a disgusting slob?
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody likes to be called names.
Yeah, things do get carried away sometimes.
And you just never know. Like that guy was like, hey, it's getting a little tough to live around here. You're a little dirty, a little bit of a slob. And now he's dead.
Yeah.
And then not only did he get killed, but he was just shoved in a box.
Mm-hmm. No, that got out of hand quickly.
So why'd you kill him? He called me a disgusting slob.
And it's like, people just don't take insults well.
Well, he was like, hey, if I just murder you,
Yeah.
then I don't have to worry about, picking up after myself.
I don't think that's what it was. I think he was insulted.
Oh, he's like, hey, man, if
Yeah.
I just murder you, then I can just leave whatever I want around.
I don't think it was that he was trying to find a way just to live disgustingly.
Nobody's going to tell me what to do.
Right.
I live
you
gross.
could be. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just imagine you got killed just because you called somebody a disgusting slob. You know what? It feels like there's been more deaths since people stopped living by the rule of mind your own business.
Yeah. Well, this is like it was affecting the roommate though.
Then
so
move out.
All right.
He'd be alive today.
I mean, he would be. You don't expect to die because you call somebody a slob.
You should nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. You gotta be a little more careful. People are unhinged.
They are.
But I think they've always been.
This is the guy. Can you imagine? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna let that guy move in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This guy's
But
He does
creepy
look like a
looking.
slob.
I mean, it used to freak me out because Nard used to be like he used to have roommates, and some of his roommates he would get off of Craigslist.
Well, some of the sex he would get was off of Craigslist.
That's true too. But I mean, he would live with people that he met, like roommate. Like, I guess that was like common on Craigslist was, hey, I have this apartment, need a roommate, and those are the places Nard would go live. And I've been there a couple times. He lived with some crazy ass looking people, like crazy,
Like mutants.
like some of the scariest people I've ever seen.
Well, because
I think one of the guys he lived with for like a year, 3 years later, ended up beating his roommate to death with a baseball bat.
yeah, I think you're correct.
And then just tried to hide. When the cops came, he just tried to put the guy under the mattress, like in between the mattress and the box
like
spring.
a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like he was a piece of bacon.
Like not under the bed, but in between the mattress and the box. So it's like clearly it would insane.
There's a little bit of a bump there, sir.
Yeah.
What's in there?
And
Nothing?
Nard used to live with this guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I always tell Nard, I'm like, man, you could have died. And Nard's like, nah, I'd have handled it. All right. All right. He's the toughest guy you ever seen.
Yes, he's so tough.
He is tough.
Drama professor at this Arizona college accused of making female students undress on stage in front of their classmates.
Oh, my God.
So at this community college,
Yeah.
this guy's like, hey, yeah, I'm the drama professor. I'm going to get you guys all naked.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be awesome.
I mean, it sounds weird. I never did theater or anything, so I don't know if that's like a part of the theater business. Or because drama, right? You say drama. I'm thinking like plays and
It's got to
stuff.
be plays
Yeah.
and different performances and things.
Yeah.
And then he made all the females like undress.
I
right
mean,
in
it
front of
sounds
everybody.
perverted.
It
Seems
is.
like it was. I don't know if drama people would say, no, this is, this is just the play business.
What I always thought was weird, because
Mhm.
when I went to college, and you take an art class,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're like, hey, we're going to bring in a nude model
Okay.
so you can paint them or
Yeah.
make a sculpture out of them or something. And it's like, why? Why can't they have clothes on? Wouldn't that be more impressive?
I
No.
guess
It just felt like
there's just
creepy.
something with the naked body
I guess. I don't know. It felt creepy.
that is like artistic or something.
But I also didn't like dissecting animals.
yeah,
So I
right.
didn't like that part either.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, I don't have the brains to be a doctor. Why do I got to do this?
Yeah. No, yeah. I always hated that biology.
Yeah, hey, I'm like stupid. So can I just skip this?
Oh man, in my freshman year, there was the oddest girl in our school was in my class, and she was like, "I don't want to do that, so you could like go to the library and do a different project." But it was like a hellacious project you had to do if you didn't want to dissect it, and I was like, "I'll go." So I went down there and failed the hell out of this project, but I got to spend a week and a half with the hottest chick in school in the library. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
worth it.
cops
I
try
mean, it
to.
wasn't. I didn't.
You didn't get to smash.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Cops tried to lure this bobcat that was inside this home. So
Mhm.
they got a laser pointer and they were like, "Here, kitty, kitty," with the laser pointer.
Yeah.
But the bobcat was like, "What are you doing, dude? I'm not gonna fall
I'm not.
for
I'm
that."
not a house cat.
Yeah,
Although a good effort, I would assume the bobcat would love the laser.
right.
You tell me, but the bobcat's like, "Hey, buddy, I have to kill everything that I ever eat. I don't have playtime. All right, I'm not looking for activities to do." The bobcat's like, "I'm sleeping and then trying to survive."
Yeah, and then I'm gonna slaughter some animal and eat it.
Yeah. Although you do see like tigers and lions in the wild will play, so it was a good effort.
I thought it was all right.
It is funny though, because people are like, "This guy's a dumbass. It's not a house cat," but it's like
It's pretty hilarious.
I also would think the bobcat would go for it, but I guess not.
And this woman kept stealing items from graves to use as landscaping art for her home.
Oh my god, people do this like on a regular basis, like flowers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They'll just take it right off somebody else's grave.
And a mom's gruesome death as she's killed and swallowed whole by a gigantic python.
Oh my god, I just can't believe there's still like snakes out there that get us.
Eat us.
Yeah. Like, they really get us sometimes.
You don't hear a lot of dudes. A lot of women lately have been eaten by the snake.
That is true, to be fair.
In a farmer's gruesome last moments as pet hippo, like his son, mauled him to death.
Oh, no. That sucks.
Aren't hippos like the most violent, meanest, kill
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
humans than
believe so.
sharks?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I always heard that they were so. I don't know what they're so mad about.
I don't know either, but everybody's scared of hippos in the wildlife, too.
They don't have any predators.
They have none. They have zero predators.
All right, I got this dude. He's accused of licking women's toes.
Okay.
I got that story that you didn't say anything about. This guy fondled an animal. I'll tell you what animal got fondled.
Okay.
And a man dismembered alive. We'll get to that next.
to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Another shot at $1,000 coming up. 2 hours. Is DMing cheating? I'm real curious what people think. Is DMing somebody on social media considered cheating? All right, you're just being friendly. Is that just like saying hello?
I guess some people are going to be like, oh, it's, you're overreacting. It's not cheat. It's just a message.
So I got that coming up. This man's accused of breaking into homes, licking women's toes.
God. What a
One in particular,
psycho.
well, this woman was sleeping.
How scary.
She feels this wetness on her feet as this guy had broken in just to lick her toes.
I feel so bad for that lady. I don't know how you recover.
The foot fetish guys, it's like whatever. I know it's like the biggest fetish out there. It's like foot fetish.
Yeah.
But this dude, he took it to a whole new level.
Well, yeah, this guy, he's a burglar.
He went in there, started licking a woman's toes.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
It's, sexual assault.
It is. It is sexual
Because it was
assault.
sexual to him.
And the toes were naked.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine licking toes just in general.
Yeah.
But then to be so sexually aroused by toes that you're willing to break into somebody's house, not steal anything, not do anything.
No. Just
just
assault them while they're sleeping by licking their toes.
Wait for them to fall asleep and then lick their toes.
Yeah, I don't.
But Modesto
I
man
never look at feet.
is accused of breaking into a woman's house and then biting and licking her toes while she slept.
Yeah. I'm not saying I've definitely licked a toe for sure. It's nothing. It's not cool. It's not, it's not anything. It's just, it's not even a big deal.
So this woman was, fast asleep, feels this mouth on her toes.
I couldn't imagine waking up like that.
And then he tried to get into bed with her after that.
Yeah.
She called 911. The guy was arrested.
Good. Glad he was caught.
What's weird, too, is he just wanted to get in there and get after them feet.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
No. Thank God for that. But
No doubt.
still, very obviously traumatic experience for that woman.
This was a traumatic experience for a ferret.
What?
Police are in search of a Florida man who fondled a ferret.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ferrets are adorable, but fondling a ferret, what?
Yeah, he fondled the ferret, and then he shoved it down his shorts.
All right, I do always find it, cute, how, some people that have ferrets, the ferret will, open drawers and, can go in, you know what I mean? Ferrets have a lot of personality.
Well, security cameras captured this male suspect as he browsed the ferret section of the store. He fondled the ferrets for quite some time.
That's crazy.
The man then shoved the ferret into his shorts I guess he was departing a pet land in Florida.
I'd be really pissed if I was this guy and I was I was just petting them. I don't know why you're describing it as I was fondling them.
Guess it's
did they see that he was messing with where their genitals were or something? I guess.
I think the camera showed that he was fondling all the ferrets.
Okay.
And then he also smuggled a weasel. So he grabbed a weasel as well and then left with the weasel. But you can see him. He's got a ferret in the front of his... he's got an insane mustache. But besides that, you can see he's got
That's
the ferret,
crazy.
Ferret in the front of his pants as he's holding it there.
That's crazy mustache that he's got. You had to know that the moment you walked in the store with that mustache, all eyes are on you, buddy.
Yeah.
You look like you're up to something.
Well, he walked out without paying for the weasel.
And you were.
Or the ferret.
They were correct.
So they're trying to find this guy.
That guy's got to shave that mustache immediately.
Because
if he shaves that mustache, they'll never find him.
No, because that pretty much hides his whole face.
Yeah. No, it does. It's the mustache could just. I mean, it makes you or breaks you.
And then he not only got a weasel, but a ferret. I guess you can just have any animal you want in Florida. They're just at
Florida
a pet land.
is very laxed on that, but they also have I know they have a real big snake problem.
Do you
But,
know
I
they
mean,
just-
in Florida they have all those. Remember all those monkeys that somebody used to have, and then they got loose, and then they're now just wild down there, and they populated like crazy.
It was yesterday that I found out that we have crocodiles in Florida.
What?
Oh, well,
Yeah, we have alligators, but Florida
Right.
also has crocodiles because
didn't
I
know that.
watched. It was
guess
a
that doesn't
great
surprise me.
fight between a crocodile and an alligator,
okay.
and this was in Florida. And so somebody was recording the fight between a crocodile and an alligator, and I was like, "Are there crocodiles in
Right.
Florida? I've heard
Oh,
of
yeah.
alligators, but
Mhm.
there's crocodiles."
Yeah.
And I guess crocodiles will whoop an alligator's
Oh,
ass.
easily. Yeah. They're way bigger.
Their bite force is they're bigger.
Mhm.
Their bite force is stronger.
They're more
They're just and they're way more aggressive.
Alligators are just kind of like fat and don't really want
Yeah.
to do anything.
Yeah,
Crocodiles like to get active.
they're looking for the smoke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this crocodile whooped this alligator's ass. And
But
I
it's
was
like, did it? Like, because alligators probably don't feel anything.
it did. It walked away.
Are you sure? Okay.
It went into
It just-
the
I
woods
just
or
feel like-
whatever.
I feel like alligators, they might lose a foot or something, and they don't even really like, oh, man, I didn't even notice that.
It was snapping at its face.
Gotcha. I don't know why. I just feel like those animals they don't even feel pain. They're just dinosaurs.
Yeah, they just look like big lizards.
That's it. That's all.
And a man dismembered alive and eaten over 10 months by lover. I guess they had a sick.
Dismembered alive.
Yeah, they had a sick cannibal pact together. And
Oh, it's one of those where they're like, no, she was in on it.
I don't know if it was she. I think it was a man that was eaten
Oh,
alive.
Yeah, that's usually how these go, actually.
It's a lot of man on man
It's
stuff.
usually man-on-man stuff, yeah. That's crazy.
They had a sick pact. I mean,
I don't
just so
think
you
those
know,
packs hold up.
cannibalism is highly illegal.
Yeah. Like when you take that pact to court, I don't think the judge is then like, well, they had a pact here, so.
Well, this fetish guy, because that's what he was, he
was.
ate this guy over 10 months.
Yeah.
Kept snacking
So
on
the
him.
guy was, I mean,
He was alive when he was dismembered.
just cutting parts off of him little by little.
While he was alive. And eaten over 10 months by his lover.
I mean, if the guy that got, I wonder if that guy really was into it and wasn't just like, a kidnapped. Like if he was like, yes, please cut this off. I want to see you eat part of me.
That's disgusting.
That's crazy.
I
mean, that is-
Here.
I feel bad for those people that they're so like disturbed mentally like that.
So, you want to know how many days a month the average person's tired?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like I would say usually 30 days in a month or so. I'd say 18.
Respondents said that they felt tired about 13 days.
Okay. Even less.
Mood changes a little over 10 days.
Yeah.
Tummy issues 10 days and headaches 8 days per month.
That's a lot of days to have a headache. 8 days. That's a high number. But I'm surprised that the being tired number isn't higher.
I know Americans only truly felt any sort of health for 19 days out of the month.
I mean, that's to me that sounds pretty solid.
I think I feel refreshed maybe 1 day a month.
Yeah, that sucks.
Maybe there's 1 day a month where I'm like, wow, I
Yeah.
got a good night's sleep.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we're definitely have a different perspective on it because our sleep schedule.
This sex worker reveals men's craziest porn habits, and most of them don't even involve any nudity.
Okay.
So this 35-year-old that she's got a little bit of a weird niche online, creating content and stuff like that, making custom videos for men.
Mm-hmm.
She does everything. She does a lot of role playing, and what men are really into is she acts like a magic genie, and she pops out of a bottle. And men are paying her to pop out of a bottle and be like, I'll give you your wish.
Oh man, I hate what weirdos we are. This is like men. It's just like what?
Well,
That's the this girl was asked what's the most universal number one liked fetish. She's like, oh, they want me to be a genie. Like she has no problem answering it.
I mean,
Multiple men have paid her a bunch of money to act like a genie.
I remember being a kid, and then you see that show, I Dream a Genie.
Yeah, it was a
Right?
big
You
show.
see all those reruns.
Well, I guess it was a big show because there was literally nothing else on. But yeah, all right.
Well, and I guess she was a baddie.
That's what I hear. I look back on it. It's hard for me to see that, but I'm not a big looking back on.
And she
you
would
know,
call
older pics,
call the dude master.
Yeah.
And then he got obviously way more than 3 wishes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Never watched it.
Man, no, you'd watch it and I remember I think it was my dad. My dad's like, need a girl like that.
She was the original pick me.
Yeah.
That's funny. Need to get a girl like that, son.
In a bottle.
Right. Dads crack me up.
And she's also done a video which she spends the entire time pretending to be swallowed up by quicksand.
All right.
And she says there's even weird stuff where men want her to do weird stuff with her nose. She once did a 20-minute video that she made like tons of money, wasn't even naked,
Mm-hmm.
and a man paid her just to measure her nose. What's wrong with dudes?
I have no idea. But stuff like that's funny.
It is.
Like I imagine like what guy's doing that is he's got to just be laughing.
like trolling or something.
yeah. But she don't care because she's making good money to measure her nose. Yeah, she might look like a dumbass, but she's like I don't have to get naked or do anything sexual. I'm literally just trying to measure my nose.
That's it.
Exactly.
She has a lot of ballooning requests, a fetish where she has to a guy will send her balloons
Yeah.
that are literally the size of a rocking chair, and she has to blow them up in her living room.
Yeah.
And then she has to bounce on them. That's it. No explicit content.
So that's what she's highlighting, that there's a lot of clients are not the nudity. You're not even naked.
No. Like this one guy, he just wanted to see her armpits.
That's crazy.
Like, I want to see them armpits.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. And so then she would show her armpits.
Huh.
A lot of feet stuff. A lot of feet stuff.
Yeah.
She says what she does is just like art. It's unique.
I mean, I guess in a way,
She's turning fantasies into reality for
Right.
these men.
she is. She definitely is.
She even offers payment plans.
Okay.
So,
So
dude,
she's taking like, she's letting you pay a little. She's like doing layaway.
yeah, she's super flexible. She offers different payment options and plans
Wow.
so that a lot of people can be part of her world. This is like
Because
what-
really, like, she's not out anything if they don't pay.
right.
There's no overhead.
Look at that. That's
Oh,
her.
wow. Yeah, she's hot.
She says there's a lot of fairy, like dudes want her to dress like a fairy.
Yeah, I see the Comic Cons and stuff. That doesn't
Yeah.
shock me at all. That there are a lot of dudes that are into like I've seen the fairy lines at these Comic Cons and stuff. They're huge.
She says that she makes about $500 a day just doing a couple webcam shows for a couple dudes. She earns about $25 an hour.
Yeah.
Right? That's what she used to earn from her corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
She quit that because she's like, I can make like 2 webcam shows, make
Oh, my God.
$500 easy.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
A day. She makes that. A couple of
Right.
videos.
Right.
2 videos, $250 a pop. Boom.
Now, the one thing
$500
she
a
is
day.
sacrificing is like her dignity and
Respect.
yeah. Everybody's always gonna look at her like, oh, she's a porn model because she does OnlyFans. I mean, those are the things that you have to give up. But if you're willing to give those up, then
Well,
I think girls, from what I've seen though, a lot it's the same thing with the porn girls. These OnlyFans girls, the thing that they're getting tired of is even if they don't do OnlyFans anymore, they're known as the OnlyFans girl, and they hate that. But it's like that's the deal. Like when you do the OnlyFans, you're always gonna be known as the OnlyFans girl.
Yeah.
Like that's just, I don't know. I'm confused by like why they're like, why do people still bring this up? And I'm like, that's how it's always gonna.
part of my life.
Yeah, that's how it's always gonna be.
You'll be defined by that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as like it was with the porn stars. There were girls that hadn't done porn in 20 years, and it was still like, oh, that's a porn.
Once
like,
a
oh,
porn
I haven't
star,
done that
always
in
a porn
20
star.
years.
Yeah, but the same thing with astronauts.
Yeah, or athletes or whatever.
I mean, if you think about it, if the astronauts, they're still just, they haven't flown in a ship in years.
That's
They're
true.
still astronauts.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you don't see them bitching.
No, they don't. Well, because they were astronauts.
I know, but they picked their profession.
Yeah, they weren't showing their nipples.
Is DMing girls cheating? Apparently, this was a big debate over the weekend, and a lot of men were like, that's not cheating.
Wow. I can't
Women
believe that.
said that it was cheating. 1-855-FU-Billy with our pick and pull hotline. We'll get to it next.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Hey, Madison Show. $1,000 again. Later on in the program. How often do you wash your sheets after banging? People are nasty, apparently. And men are using a bizarre tactic to determine if a date is a gold digger.
Okay.
This is kind of interesting. And this guy goes, my girl wants me to treat her like dirt in the bedroom. Normal or what?
This is your first time doing it, buddy? I mean,
yeah.
Duh.
I mean, not every guy is going to get with a girl that wants him to treat her like dirt in the bedroom, right?
I think all girls like to be treated like dirt in the bedroom.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to put that to the test later, Derek.
Okay.
I'd love to get that answer. All women want to be treated like dirt in the bedroom. They don't want to be made love to.
Mm-mm.
They don't want to be told, you're so beautiful.
Nope.
They just want to just pound town.
Yeah.
Treat them like dirt. Spit on them. You know that Hawk Tuah said spit on that thing? It's like spit on her face.
Yeah.
That can get out of hand real quick. Just break out a tortilla and just whoosh,
Well,
smack,
that's I've never seen that.
Yeah, props. Bring some props.
Yeah,
You haven't
never.
seen the tortilla challenge?
Never.
Where
I've seen it in the kitchen with clothes on, never during sex.
Yes. Did you just hit me with a tortilla? You said, treat me dirty.
Yeah. I saw it happen with Dog the Bounty Hunter, and his wife smacked him with a tortilla, and I thought he was going to do domestic violence.
And
He was so mad.
men that cheat need to be left. That's crazy. They did the tortilla challenge with
They
water
did.
in their mouth.
Yeah, yeah. And Dog was like cool with it until he got smacked.
Until he
and then
got
was-
popped in the mouth.
And then he was like, oh, okay. He had flashbacks.
That's
I think
not,
he's like served time and stuff.
yeah, of course. So this woman, she was going to go on a date with a guy, and then she was requesting some DoorDash money for her kids.
Okay.
Okay.
I get the door for you real quick.
I know we get ready to go on a date or whatever, but I need to leave some money for the kids so they can get some food from the DoorDash. You mind giving me a couple dollars?
A couple dollars. This is our first date. Where they daddy at? With the money.
All that don't matter. I'm asking you. I'm going on a date with you.
I know, but that's not like technically like you supposed to have that set up before you call yourself going out on a date. The children should already be straight. That's like a responsibility on me. Like
So my
pay for your
kids.
kids' food.
Yeah, my kids not important to you. It's a package deal.
It's a package deal. It's a this
this
girl's
dude-
old school.
This dude's like, this is a first date, ma'am. I don't know you or your kids.
Yeah.
This is a first date.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Remember we talked about it last week that women were requesting
Deposits.
deposits to secure the time with her so that you could go on a date on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah,
Where
she's tired of wasting her time.
She would block off like 7 to 10 with you. If it goes good and she wants to give you some free time, she will. At the end of that 3 hours, and she was looking for a deposit of $100 to $200
Mm-hmm.
to secure, block off that time because time for her is money.
Yeah, she was an escort. But obviously she doesn't look at herself as an escort.
She does not.
But that's exactly what she was.
And so this woman, the guy rolls up. He's like, hey, let me get the door for you. We're going to go on our first date. This is going to be lovely. And she's like, hey, how about some cash for them kids?
Hey, can I have some DoorDash for my kids?
Because they got to eat tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bet she's probably got it before. I mean, a lot of schmucks out there.
Man, that is stupid.
Yeah.
That's not the guy's problem.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's not, but I mean, if there's guys out there that'll do it,
Chris,
girls are gonna they're gonna see what they can get.
when you were, single for a short minute, were you gonna pay for kids' DoorDashes when you take a woman out?
I definitely would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have for sure.
If it meant helping me get past everything. by
Exactly.
sex, yes.
Because I would just think, oh, this paints me in a good light,
Yeah.
and I need all the advantages I could find.
Yeah.
The little extra points.
If it's
I
going
need
to cost me a couple of Happy
I need
Meals,
'em.
why not?
Yeah. Some of you guys don't need them, and kudos to you guys.
So
I
you
need
would
'em.
pay.
I need them bad.
Yeah.
You would pay the DoorDash for the kids.
Me personally, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
not
an
an idiot.
investment.
I'm not an idiot.
You got to look at it like that.
Right.
It's an investment in that booty.
Now, some of these guys that,
See how Chris said it was just perverted.
yeah, it is.
That he was investing in the booty.
Yes. At the end of the day, that's what it is. I'm not doing it because I want to feed those kids.
I'm trying to cover up my flaws.
And you're not doing it because you want to get to know her.
No. I want to get to know the.
Man, he
Okay, that
came
was
in
creepy.
full pervert.
That's,
Full
that's what
pervert
he's at his
today.
best, yeah.
Full pervert. He's like, I want to get to know that ass.
Right.
So that means I got to pay for a couple DoorDash stuff.
Yeah.
Mondays
these
are
kids.
always a good day for Chris because he doesn't have sex on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
it's all,
he's
you know,
all built up.
built up, worked
Yeah.
up, however. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm about to flip this counter over.
Is DMing girls cheating?
I don't know how you get around that. I don't even know how you say no, it's not.
All right. So I think I got some audio of this. This is, let me see where it is.
Bottom row one.
Bottom row one. I see it there. Okay. So this woman is mad that her dude was DMing women.
Why were you going through my phone?
Because I thought you were cheating.
But was I?
You were DMing a bunch of girls,
And?
and they didn't reply because you're a loser.
But that's still not cheating.
Oh my God.
But that's still not cheating. This is the guy that thinks that only like physical, actual
Right.
sex is cheating.
Is that really how it is for men, though? The physical act is what is considered cheating.
Yes. Yes.
Other than that, nothing else is cheating.
Nah.
Okay.
We don't get emotional.
We used to not.
And remember, women get mad at dudes for cheating in their dreams.
That is true. This dude
So
had to
dumb.
make a public statement apologizing to his wife
I wanna punch
for
that
the
guy.
dream that she had of him cheating.
Yeah.
So they think anything's cheating.
I don't know. Are DMs cheating? I would imagine if you're a dude and you caught your girl DMing some
You
other
would
dude,
absolutely be like
you would
cheating.
lose your ass. You'd be like, you're a cheater. Get all
Yes.
your stuff. Get out of my house.
No doubt about it. You wouldn't be like, oh, it was just messages. You'd be like, you're a cheater.
You would be like, we're done. Even
Yeah.
if she didn't do anything physical, you would
Never
be done.
met the guy or anything.
Nope. What's up, Brian?
Hey, I agree. I don't think DMs are cheating at all. Like, not at all.
Thank you.
I can't believe you just really believe in what Chris is saying. That it's only physical, huh?
For
Yeah,
dudes,
having sex is cheating. We see that. That's the real math. Having sex is cheating. That's the only way a man can cheat is sex.
Now,
Period.
women have emotional cheating, so yeah, it's a little tougher when they do it. But dudes, it's all
yeah.
physical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
But why do you need to DM other women if you're in a relationship?
Well, what if you're in that relationship and like she's not putting out? She's not doing what she needs to be doing.
Okay.
I
So
feel
again,
like-
you're blaming the woman.
Ooh,
Blame is such a strong word.
That's what I'm saying. That men have, of course, we know men have needs. We have needs, and if they're not being met, I say, okay, I might DM some girls. I think that it's still not cheating. It's not cheating.
Right. So you believe that only if you're physical with these women, you have sex with them, that would be considered cheating.
Yeah, I have no emotional stake in like looking at OnlyFans or in looking at porn. It's like for that moment. It is for that moment, and then that's it. Period.
Yeah.
It's over.
Okay, what about liking girls' photos on Instagram? Cheating?
Not cheating.
Yeah.
So nothing is cheating. A man can do whatever he wants except any physical contact with another woman.
If a man is doing right by his woman physically, like he's doing his job, she's doing her job, okay. But if he goes outside the relationship and does something physical with someone else, that's clear and simple cheating. That is. But if the man is sending a DM to somebody who I honestly say like they want those likes, they want those pictures to be liked, okay. You might like a photo, but that's not cheating.
People in the chat are saying absolutely cheating.
Absolutely.
Absolutely cheating.
Liking photos?
Our pick and pull hotline is open 1-855 FU Billy. Now, for women, can women like men's photos? Can women DM other men?
Here's my thought. My thought is that if a woman gets emotionally attached, if she's going to get emotionally attached to somebody, I find that cheating because she's going to get emotionally attached. But men aren't going to do that. Men are just going to be physically in that moment, just looking at the picture, liking it. Done is done. I'm not going to revisit that. I feel like what happens is women get emotionally invested, and that's why this cheating thing's become such a concern. That's why the guy's getting invaded for his dreams. He has to apologize for dreaming something or something like that. Is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're saying that a women, if they're DMing a man, they're doing it with emotions, and that's cheating.
If it gets there, I think it's more likely to get there. Yeah. I think that exactly. If it goes that way, which it usually does, there's some emotional investment. Whereas for men, it's not. It's no emotional investment at all.
It's an emotional attachment is what they gain.
Okay. Yeah. Trinity, would you be upset if your dude was DMing other women?
Oh, for sure. And also, to add what he had to say, I mean, of course, you're not physically cheating, but you're trying to cheat. Like, what's the point
I don't know. I'm speaking for all men doing that. No, I'm not trying to cheat, but I will say that I look at pictures. I like certain things where I see them, yes, but I'm not going out there hoping that I get to now go out, raid the town and just be with people all the time. Like, that's not what I'm doing.
But what's the point of even messaging them in the first place?
Well, I think what he was saying is that for a man to start messaging other women and doing that stuff, it's because she's not taking care of business at home.
But there it is.
I don't know. I still think it's cheating. It's like trying to cheat. Liking pictures and, looking at, adult content. It all depends up to what your partner feels about it. If she doesn't like it, but you're still doing it, then it's disrespectful and it comes to
All right, Trinity, would you be upset if you found out that your man was subscribing to a couple OnlyFans girls and they were, obviously she's just using him much like a stripper would, she would dance on him. She's just communicating with him because he's giving her money. Would you consider that cheating?
Oh, for sure. I think it's very.
No.
Well, Brian's saying that's not cheating. Why is that not cheating, Brian?
What I'm saying, if you're a subscriber, I mean, again, I understand. OnlyFans has a variety of things one could indulge in. But honestly, if I'm a customer, if I'm somebody who's just saying, okay, yeah, here's what your subscription fee is, here's what it is, you might follow people. And like you were saying, strip clubs, yeah, if I go to strip club, I'm not expecting to get any action or anything out of this other than I want to look at them. I'm participating in that sense, but it's transactional and I leave. There's no emotional attachment. I'm not having sex with these women. I'm not hoping to have sex with my, OnlyFans fantasies. I'm just seeing them do their thing and that's it. I swipe and it's over, right?
Is it possible that this dude is seeking things out in women that his woman won't do?
Yeah, then you need to have a conversation with your partner about...
Have you ever tried to have a conversation with your partner about anything? Have you ever been a dude, Trinity, and you're trying to talk to your girl about anything? It just doesn't go that way. It just
does not go that way.
It's true. Derek, is that true? No. It just doesn't. It's like, just talk to her about it. You could talk to her about it, and she'll either just close up, not want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's an uneven conversation for sure.
Communication goes a long way, and also, what are you doing?
When's the last time a guy sat his girl down and said, "Hey, honey, I really want to try this," and she's like, "Oh, sure."
It's silly, but I mean, for us, we're very emotional, so communication goes a long way. But also, you have to ask her, what am I not doing to where you don't want to have sex with me? And then she'd be like, okay, well, this, and that. And then you're like, oh, wow, I didn't realize I'm not a feasible partner to you. And then once you fix on those things, of course, then she's going to be, if she's emotionally attracted to you, she's going to want to, have sex all the time.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, you have to do your part to make her want to feel safe and secure to have relations with you. And obviously, by participating with OnlyFans, DMing other women, that's going to bring insecurities into the relationship and then make her not want to do it. but he's saying that men start to do it because they're not feeling, physically, like their physical needs are being met in the relationship, and so then they start to veer off, right? They start to go look at other women's photos and that type of stuff.
Yes.
For sure.
Right, and then you're saying then that dude's doing that, and now you get mad at him because he's doing that, and then you really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, all right, well,
It's
thank
a
you,
vicious
Trinity.
cycle.
It feels like a vicious cycle. Hang on, Maria. We'll get to your call. What's up, Jillian? So is DMing considered cheating?
I'm on the fence with it because it depends on like what are they DMing about. Like if I have friends, I DM them. Like it's like normal conversation.
What if he was like, "Damn, you got a fat ass"? Would that be
No,
crossing the
that
line?
right there. See that right there? I believe it's cheating.
Oh,
because
okay.
You're
Well, I'm
like
glad. That's why
complimenting a
I
girl.
asked the question. I didn't know what was crossing the line. What if he was just like, "Oh, you look beautiful today"?
Oh, well, that's not very.
I woke up bricked up.
Yeah.
Those I feel like those are the DMs
girl,
too.
yeah.
Those
Yeah, I
guys
mean,
be sending out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if a man likes big butts on Instagram, I say leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's probably been liking big butts since before he met you. That's the thing. It's like he's probably been doing this. He was a teenager, honestly. And I mean, if you're calling it like a cheating, if it's like a 15-year-old kid like looking at porn or something, and then like they still looking at porn when they're in their 20s, maybe in their 30s.
Well, I read this thing yesterday that it was advice to women that the only thing a woman can change about a man is his diaper when he gets old. That's the only thing you'll be able to change.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would think like, okay, if he's telling his girl like, "Hey, you're beautiful." But
Hey, what do those cheeks sound like when they're clapping? Things like that.
Yeah.
Would that be
cheating,
crossing the
yes.
line?
That's considered cheating. Yeah, that's crossing the line if you have a girl.
What if she sent a fully closed video of her making her butt cheeks clap? I think like making sounds like.
I would probably watch it with him. I would probably watch it with him because those things are hilarious.
Yeah, okay. That would not be cheating.
No, if you're watching it together, no.
Oh, what guy would want to do that with his girl, right? He's trying to have fun.
There's guys out there that like doing that with other girls, like, and with their girlfriends.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So
I've tried that. I've tried that. Nah. I've tried it.
She wasn't down for that, huh?
We switched topics right
I'd
away.
be down for that.
Well, thank you, Jillian. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
okay.
I know Jillian was down with that. And
Yes,
these
she was.
these,
Yeah,
these
dang.
are real
Dang.
life butt cheeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
I'm
What's up?
encouraged.
Maria.
Hey, so kind of like what she was saying about the context matters when DMing another girl or, the girlfriend DMing another guy. It just depends on really the context and what the intentions may be.
Okay, so if your man was telling a woman good morning, that's a beautiful photo, but he was not doing anything beyond that, would that be considered cheating?
I don't think my man should be calling another girl beautiful.
Okay, what if you're not putting out?
There's when you're in a relationship, you should know each other's boundaries, essentially.
You should.
So my man, he knows.
What do you mean, gosh, Brian? What's gosh about that?
I feel so cut off. I mean, that's just, I feel like.
And then the other thing is, why
Yeah.
are you even in a relationship with somebody if you can't respect their boundaries? If you have such a desire to go look at OnlyFans and go look at girls' videos on Instagram, why don't you just break up with your girlfriend and
That's
be
right, touche. I got to run, though. I thank you guys. All right, how often do you wash your sheets? Y'all are nasty.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show. The Billy Madison Show.
Yeah, it's Billy Madison Show. Another shot at $1,000 later on in the program. You get to hang out with us live for Nard's Wieners for Money Party. Our very nice friends at Game Day Men's Health are helping us put together this event Saturday, June 14th. Oh, this song's appropriate for Nard.
I'm not happy, don't you see?
Man, no, this just sounds like Nard, right?
Yep.
It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at McFinnigan's Pub. That's Blanco Road, Lock Hill, Selma, outside Loop 410. Food is provided by Q's Cuts Meat Market. So if you'd like to join us, we'll all be there. We'll take some photos. We'll hang out, say hi to everybody. We're all there for Nard. All praise Nard. Nard's Wieners for Money Party.
What's that other Nard song, Living on Borrowed Time?
He likes that one as well. He likes Living on Tulsa Time.
Oh, that's what
Tulsa
it is.
Time. That's
Tulsa
right.
Time, I think is what it's
Not
called.
borrowed time, Tulsa time.
Okay.
How often do you wash your sheets after banging? I think we have this. I'm gonna see. I'll send it to you, Derek. I didn't even realize that this is a video. How often do people wash their sheets after humping? Think about that. Probably men don't.
I got it.
Do you think men wash their sheets a lot?
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Maybe nowadays.
3-1.
I just remember
Yeah,
when
I think they obsessively wash their sheets. Yeah.
3-1. Okay. Let me see if I can play this.
When you have sex, do you wash your sheets when you're done?
If I up, yeah. Yeah.
Why would it be?
So only if she really messed him up.
Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah.
If not, she lets it ride.
Right.
You or what?
Yes.
I'm trying to decipher what she's saying, and if I think I deciphered it,
Yeah.
So how often are people washing their sheets? I did a little deep dive on this.
I mean, when I lived on my own right after, moving out of my mom's house when I was a young man, I think I lived in my buddy's rent house for a year. I don't think I ever washed my sheets.
When I was growing up, I don't remember
Not
my
one
parents
time.
ever buying sheets for my bed.
That's
I
crazy.
just slept
That's
on the
crazy.
mattress.
That's crazy.
I don't remember ever having sheets.
Yeah.
You just slept on the mattress.
That's crazy.
No, it's nasty is what it is.
I'd just say crazy.
Yeah, well, I slept on the floor.
Yeah.
For the first 12 years of my life.
No, I guess so. It's an upgrade.
Yeah, that was an upgrade. Once I got a bed, I got a mattress. I didn't have any sheets. I don't remember having sheets.
Mm-hmm.
If I probably wanted Star Wars sheets or something, or
probably
something cool like G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But how often do you wash your sheets? So women said that they'll wash their sheets, after a couple guys. So, right, if it's the same guy,
that's crazy.
They'll let them ride longer. But if they bang another guy within like a couple days or something, 2 or 3 guys, then they'll wash their sheets.
That ain't right.
So is that
It ain't
accurate?
right.
As long as they didn't mess them up.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, thing is, I don't think guys care.
No, they don't. Well, this woman, she goes, when I'm having sex with a guy, what I do is I put a towel down so I don't have to wash the sheets as often.
I've seen that move before.
So she'll put a towel down. That way she can make her sheets last longer. The only time that she washes her sheets is obviously after if she's getting it on with multiple guys in that week. Then she will wash her sheets at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And then start all over again. So about once a week is how often people are washing their sheets.
Yeah, I think that's once a week's got to be the most common answer. On the weekends.
You're not supposed to have sex in your bed.
What?
You're supposed to. It's just supposed to be for sleep. So you're supposed to have sex in other places around the house.
Okay.
Sick.
Well, aren't other places around the house for other things?
Yeah.
Too?
Right, like company.
That's their problem.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a good night's sleep. Yeah, your bed's only supposed to be for sleep.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have a TV in there. You're not supposed to hump in there. You're not supposed to do any of that.
Mm-hmm. That's, what a dumb rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say people are not washing their sheets enough. Real gross. I wonder how many people have hooked up with somebody, not washed the sheets, and then brought somebody else back and then humped somebody else.
I mean, I'm sure it happens all
Yeah,
the time.
all
People
the
just
time.
don't like.
That's so gross.
They're not. I don't even think the people are worried about it that are hooking up either.
No.
That are like the guests.
They're just probably just
They're
happy to be
just
there.
happy to be there. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Happy to get some.
I'm not thinking about sheets.
No.
I didn't even realize she had sheets.
Not true, Billy. The bedroom is for sex and sleep only. Well, I heard it's just for sleep.
Derek eats in his.
Yeah, mine's my kitchen.
What's up? Your bed is your kitchen, right?
Yeah,
That's
what are you
that's
talking
a,
about?
That's a table.
Yeah.
What's up, Cat?
Good morning. Well, first, I just want to say if that lady who's putting a towel down, I mean, if you're putting a towel down and staying on that towel, I would think you'd have to have, like, pretty boring sex.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. If you just put one towel down and you stay in that one spot, yeah.
Yes. I mean, and honestly, if I was to wash my sheets every time, I mean, I've been with the same guy, for years, so.
Okay, but let's say, let's go back in your early cat days. Your kitty days.
Kitten days. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, not kitten. We're talking kitty days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's go back there when you were being a little more frisky, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've always been a bit of a freak. I've never been.
So have you ever hooked up with a guy, not washed the sheets, and then brought another guy home and then also humped him on that same bed?
That's one thing. Like, I've never been into, rosters or anything like that. I'm all for multiple dating, but sleeping with multiple people, that's just a little gross to me. It always has been. I've always been more of a relationship type of person.
Oh, you're like Derek.
One person.
All right.
Because Derek's like that, too. He just wants to have a relationship.
Yeah, I've never been.
He's romantic.
Not hookups.
Through, a really bad hoe phase or nothing like that. Like, the random hookups, I'm just not. I'm not really into it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I just read you don't have to have a hoe phase. It's not a requirement.
Yeah.
I just read that whole article.
Yeah,
That
no.
was actually fake
I mean,
news
if they
when
do,
it
they
came
do.
out that
I
you
mean,
had to
that's
have
up
one.
to them, I mean, no judgment, but it was just never for me. But, I mean, even now, I mean, I have sex pretty often, and if I was to wash my sheets every time I had sex, I'd be doing laundry 3-4 times a day.
Well, this is why the hoe phase doesn't make sense for women is because I think it was 9 out of 10 women don't have an orgasm through random hookups.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's still juices everywhere.
Oh, we can't say that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Nasty cat.
Jeez, kitty.
That is a bad cat. We cannot talk like that, Cat.
She went all bobcat on us.
She did. Now I don't. Oh, Cat hung up. I was gonna ask her about her because I was gonna ask her about her cougar days.
Mm.
See if
She's
everything's
probably in those, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to know if they were still as frisky.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'll call
All right,
back.
men are using bizarre tactics to determine if a date is a gold digger, and this is a great tip for dudes out there. You're like, hey, how do I know the intentions of this woman? Is she just with me because I'm going to be a paycheck, or does she really want to be with me? And this is the tactic that guys are using. I'll get to that. And this dude says his girl wants him to treat her like dirt in the bedroom.
Duh.
Wants to know if that's normal.
The guy's crying about this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes. 1-855-FU-Billy. We'll be right back.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? Thought I was your only vato. Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?
I got this thing, this audio I'm going to play later this hour. That is the most vicious audio I've ever heard.
Okay.
You know how I just feel like a lot of the ladies that listen to us are just, maybe you guys will laugh as well. Some of you might look at the radio with just a really disgusted look.
Stain.
Just angry.
I love that.
Also, summer confessions. I guess summer's where people do all their weird stuff.
Okay.
And so this woman's got a summer confession. Men that cheat need to be left. And I guess there was a big debate on that because a lot of women are like, nah, they don't need to be left. Some women were like, oh, yeah, you got to leave him. He's a cheater. He's a jerk.
Yeah.
And other women are like, I looked at my own behavior, and I was like, I don't blame him for cheating on me. So I guess it just depends.
All right.
We'll try to get that answer. So men are using bizarre tactics to determine if a date is a gold digger. So these
It's really
dudes,
that big of a problem, huh?
well, you want to know somebody's intentions, sure, right?
Yeah.
If you're dating them or whatnot, you want to know
Absolutely.
that they have pure intentions.
Of course.
And as a guy, you don't want to, you don't want to be with somebody that's with you because of your money or, their clout or whatever it is. You want to be with somebody because they enjoy spending time with you. And so these men are trying to find out what your intentions are. So this dude, at the end of the date, right, goes on a date. They're having a lovely time. At the end of the date, the bill comes. He hands it to her, and he goes, hey, do you mind paying for this?
Yeah.
And depending on their reaction, that's how they'll determine if she's a gold digger or not. If she's like, oh, yeah, sure, I can pay for it, doesn't make a fuss about it, not a gold digger.
Right.
This guy tried it. And the woman's like, yeah, no, that's not a problem. I'll pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, oh, you passed the test. You're not a gold digger.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Then he paid the bill.
Yep.
He just wanted to see if she would be willing to
Some
pay.
people just don't. I don't know how they feel about being tested, like on dates. Like, oh, that was a test. Like, doesn't that piss some people off?
Yeah, that would be rude.
You're like, oh, okay. Oh, you're just running games on me. Is how they feel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess how are you supposed to know unless you, I guess, test things out?
Yeah.
I guess it's not that big of a deal.
So, what do you think of that strategy?
I mean, it's a really good one. Yeah, if that's what if you're worried about that, and I'm sure guys that have a lot of money are worried about that. So, seems like a good strategy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, women could, a lot of times, hey, is this guy really with you because he wants to be with you? So just don't give him booty.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Test him. Don't give him booty. Don't give him what you think he wants.
What?
And then if he's still with you after a while.
Then he's a loser.
No. Right? Maybe tease him a little bit. Maybe do this. I still can't believe that's a woman's butt cheeks. That is crazy.
That's bad.
I thought that was a seal, right?
Right.
Our buddy Forrest said he had to look around because he said it was so loud it sounded like it was coming from his house. Dang, that is a woman's butt cheeks.
Forrest is hilarious.
And did anybody else try it with their own butt cheeks?
No.
There's no way I could do that.
Yeah, I don't even have to try.
Imagine the talent you have, and imagine the size of butt cheeks you have to have.
That'd be good.
I would be too scared. She could chop it off.
I don't think that's how butt cheeks work.
Yeah. Wild.
I mean, they're not blades. They're just cheeks. She's not going to chop it off by clapping.
That is incredible.
That is incredible. Yeah.
I don't know, if we ever get a prize again, Chris.
Yeah.
Could we have a butt cheek clap contest?
I think we could.
Could we have one maybe out somewhere when we do BMS live eventually?
Yeah.
Could we, Derek, would you be for that?
I don't know.
What do you mean
What?
you don't know?
I thought you'd want to run it.
I'd be doing it for you.
Judge.
Big Butt Ranch and all that.
Yeah.
Big Butt Ranch is not mine or
Brought to you
for
by
me.
Big Butt Ranch. Yeah.
The whole thing with big butts, right?
Yes.
I've always loved big butts since I've known you since you were 18 years old. When I first met you.
I mean, most
You're like,
guys
my name
do.
is Derek,
Most
and I love
guys
big butts.
like big butts.
Yeah.
It's just a normal thing.
But you introduced yourself to me as I'm Derek, and I love
did not.
big butts.
I didn't say any of that.
I was like, well, you're hired.
Like what? Like what's wrong with my name's Derek? I like big butts. Like what?
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't.
distinctly.
That didn't happen.
I'm 18 years old.
I'm 18. I love big butts. I didn't say any of that.
Sure. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So this dude says my girl wants me to treat her like dirt in the bedroom. Is that normal?
Yes.
Really?
I can't
Like
believe this
dirt?
guy's like. This is the first girl this guy's ever encountered like that.
I guarantee there are a lot of men that have never encountered the treat me like dirt girl.
You cannot get one.
I can get a.
Every guy that has had sex in his life, most girls like to be treated like dirt in the bedroom. That's just what they like.
What do you think, Chris?
I think they love it.
They love it.
I know, but have you encountered a treat me like dirt girl?
No.
See? See? I think they love it, but I never seen one.
I just see. Well, he's watched so much porn, so he's like,
I
yeah,
think
they love
Bigfoot
it.
loves
They
hot
love
dogs, but I never seen him eat one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say.
I feel like all of them. Yeah,
No.
that's
Where are the dudes?
100% of
Where's
them.
our hard-working dudes? Kids are at home. You're at work. There's got to be a ton of dudes that have never encountered the treat me like dirt girl.
I mean,
because this guy doesn't know what to do. That's what struck me. That's why I put it in the prep.
Yeah, because she's like, choke me, call me names, and he's like, what?
It says,
What?
my girl wants me to treat her like dirt in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Normal? Should I? Women want this?
This guy, that blew his mind.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's like, oh my God, what is this? He doesn't even know how to do it.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. He's
Like in my head, I feel like I know what to do, but I think if it came to it, I would be lost.
You just have to commit to it.
Right? Because you'd be like, what am I supposed to do? What
Ugh.
does dirt mean? Like words?
You're
Or,
filthy. You're disgusting. Ugh.
Right? You know, it's like, you don't even clean the house good.
No, that's not.
You burn the
that's not
toast
it
every
at all.
time.
It's not it at all. Just, calling them the derogatory names.
You missed a lot of hairs.
But yeah, I mean,
what is dirt? Can anybody answer this? 1-855-FU Billy. That's
it feels
our pickable
aggressive
hotline.
saying the
Disgusting
dirt things like
pig.
when daylight's out.
Yeah.
Like that's the weird part.
Nope. A lot of guys on there are like, never had a dirt girl.
Never.
Nope.
What?
I
didn't know that there was girls out there that liked it any other way.
Bon Bon says it's fun to do. And I think that's a girl.
Yes. I thought that was like in all girls. That's just like in their DNA.
This dude says he does some stuff. He slaps on the booty and then calls her dirty, and she loves it.
Yes. Right.
These people are saying, yeah, that nasty talk is the best.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, but it's super fun. People are saying it's super fun. This pimp girl says, I'm a dirt girl.
I'm a dirt girl.
This dude is offering to choke everybody in the chat.
Jeez. Good Lord.
What's up, Tim? Have you ever encountered a dirt girl?
Yeah, so in all honesty, man, for those that are like, I've never encountered that, I don't know what to do with that, communication is key. Because I met a girl who was all about the dirtiness, and, man, you could do anything. I'm talking slaps, toys, everything. But then, I met my lovely wife, and she
not a dirt girl.
Me like that. She was not ready for it. She was not ready for the words. She was not ready for some of the action.
Not ready for prime time.
People don't know that. People don't know that.
All right, so you are currently not with a dirt girl. that would want to be treated like dirt in the bedroom?
She like 25% want to be treated like dirt.
That's not a lot. That's
not a lot.
No, that's not.
But I love it. I love it.
Yeah. That's a light little tap.
Yeah. Not even that, bro.
Yeah,
like the chokes are about as far as it goes.
Well, that's still a lot. Still choking. Thank you, Tim. What's up, Don?
Hey, how's it going this morning?
Good. What's up there, feller?
I'm going to say the Catholic girls love it the best.
Well, sir, you can't just attack a whole religion.
One American Pope.
What's up, John?
Hey, John?
Yeah, John.
The girls that like to be treated like dirt, sometimes that's what they want, and if guys don't like it, just go with it, and it sometimes
Right, that's what he was asking. He was like, should he do it? Do women want this? Because he's never encountered a woman that said she wanted to be treated like dirt.
This is his first woman that he's had like that.
Yeah, and so he's at a loss because he's been, raised to respect women.
He probably
to
thought it
treat
was
women
just
with
important.
dignity, all those type of things, and this goes against everything that he's been taught.
Oh, got you. Yeah, he's just going to have to think outside the box.
Well, if he doesn't do it, she's probably not going to stay with him because she's got a thing that she's into.
Exactly. She's just going to go right to the next.
Yeah, she's going to get treated like dirt on the side.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Right? She's just going to find a
She's
guy.
not just going to be like, oh, well, I was really into this respectful sex now.
No, she's
That
going to find a
doesn't
guy on the
happen,
side that'll really treat her like dirt.
It doesn't happen.
What's up, Manuel?
Yeah, I think they all like to be talked like that. They're not going to come out and say it. You just got to do it.
Well, she came out and said
I've never
it.
seen anything different.
She came out and said it. She was like, hey, I need you to treat me like dirt. This person says, just ride it out, man. I'm all for it. That's from High Tide. That's a female. Usually us freaks, we're sheltered our whole lives.
I got you.
There's
probably something to that.
This girl wants you to spit in her mouth.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
This girl wants a cigarette put out on her. It's just insane. That seems beyond dirt.
No, that's dirt. You
Yeah.
put a cigarette out in dirt.
Hair pulling that's another one.
You spit in dirt.
What's up, Kat?
Hi. Well, from a woman's perspective, I can guarantee you the women who like it the most, I'm a very domineering person. I'm a very dominant person. But in bed, the most domineering people, the females, they like to be more submissive.
Okay.
It is. It's like
I saw. I am seeing some people on chat that say you guys need Jesus.
Yeah, like, call us names, grab me. I like missionary with the hands around my throat with as much weight as I can handle.
Uh-huh.
You'd be surprised how many women like it.
Well, I mean, Derek was saying that there was a woman that posted that she was with a 6'5" guy, and she liked to have his foot on her head while they were getting it on.
I don't know about that. I'm not big on being spit on either, but like the names, the light slaps, the choking, hair pulling, and as long as they communicate right, I mean, it could be hot, even for the guys who aren't used to doing it,
Yeah, it's like, man, look at the dishes have
Like,
spots.
there has to be boundaries, like a safe word.
Look at all the wrinkles in my shirt.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. What's up, Billy Bob?
Hey, brother, I just want to let you know, don't listen to any word that woman just said. I'll tell you what, right now, I'm a felon because of this stuff right here.
Okay, all right. That's right. It can get out of hand real quick.
It can.
She's like, hey, just treat me like a little bit of dirt.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, dude's got a rap sheet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this person says, leave the spit somewhere else.
Okay.
Light slaps.
God.
This is the best Nard has ever sounded. Because they can see Nard on the video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're saying this is the best Nard's ever sounded.
Nard's doing great.
On the show. Love his input. This girl, Bonbon, says rougher the better. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
This person says, dirt. Just treat me like dirt. Okay. So I guess that's something that the ladies like. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Had no idea. A lot of hair tugging. Dude, hey, can you imagine having your hair pulled? I'd be so pissed off.
Yeah. I'm not a girl, so.
Oh, that would put me in the worst mood.
They seem to quite like it.
Yeah, that's wild. Men that cheat need to be left. 1-855 FU Billy. We'll get to that next.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Jazzy Fizzle.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Good morning. I got some audio that I'm going to play. This was, if you've been trying to find love, this is just, I've never heard a diss like this.
All right. I can't wait for this.
I've never heard a diss like this.
Yeah.
And the grimace that I got when I brought this up, oh my goodness. Also, summer confessions on the way.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes upset because summer means no cheeks.
That's crazy.
I know. No, but the kids are out of school.
Yeah.
Right? They're wild.
That does affect things.
Yeah. You got to drive them all over the place. Gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
Men that cheat need to be left. Let me see if I can. They asked this couple, they do like the man on the street interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked, if cheating, men that cheat need to be left.
What's your age?
I'm 26.
I'm 30. How long have you been together? 4.5 years. If your man gave you a guilt-free pass to have fun with any guy in the world, would you take it?
No.
Why not?
I don't think that you can come back from that. I just don't think so. Whether it's today, tomorrow, a year from now, or 10 years from now, I feel like it would affect their relationship a lot.
So if he knew that while you were with him, you were with another man, you don't think he could handle that?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think he should have to handle that. Would you handle that?
100% not. Well, be honest with me.
Yes.
You're saying he couldn't handle that.
Yes.
What if you found out that he cheated on you? Now, would you still stay or would you get up and go?
I would leave.
100%.
I would walk away.
And I want her to leave as well.
Yeah.
Because something we don't do is we don't respect infidelity.
So do you guys think that men can cheat on women that they love, or that's just a myth?
Oh, that's the question. Can a man cheat on a woman that he loves, or is that just a myth? Derek used to think he could.
I used to, yeah.
Now
but it's hard to justify.
You've changed your banjo on that.
For sure. Because it's a good point.
100% not. Imagine cheating on a person that you say that you love and then going back home to that person sleeping next to them.
That's betrayal.
That's betrayal. That's supposed to be the closest person to you. You know how fake a human being has to be in order to do that? That's what 95% of men are right now in this living age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now he just attacked dudes. He's a pick me.
Yeah.
Why is he a loser, Chris?
He's just a loser.
Why is he a
Listen to
loser?
him.
Listen to him
He's
making
a big
sense.
Pick me, that simp.
Yeah, he's not a simp. See, that's
Hate
what
guys like that.
Throwing around the word simp because he respects women. That doesn't mean that he's a simp.
People would definitely put him in that category.
I know, and that's not fair. That's not a fair category because he's like, oh, I respect women, and I don't think men should be cheating on women.
Just
All of a sudden,
sounds
what a
simp.
simp.
Yeah,
Women
it just
deserve
sounds like
equality.
a simp. Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Women deserve everything.
Yeah. It sounds simpy.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
It didn't back in the day.
But it does. Well,
It was-
that
he would've
never
been-
happened
He
back
would
in
have
the
been called
day.
a gentleman.
This is a new thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It was simp the whole time. We just didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, our grandpas used to simp for our grandmas.
That is true.
They did.
Yeah.
We called him honorable.
Mm-hmm.
We called him, a role model.
I never see my grandpa even comment on another woman.
No.
Ever.
No, and with those dudes that talked like that were weird.
Yeah, they were.
They
Yep.
stood out. You were like,
Mhm.
oh, that guy's weird. What a pervert.
I've only seen my grandpa be horny for my grandma.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I've never seen him even no matter what. Never
Our
dang, look at that girl
grandparents
over there.
were always simping for our grandmas.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you go over there and you give your grandma a hug.
Yeah.
They were always simping for her.
Which is weird when you see grandmas that are mean. Because it's what do you you had a man that just worshipped you your whole life. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
calm
I don't
down.
know why they're mad.
They're always so irritated.
Do you have to leave a man that cheats? Should a cheating man be left? 1-855-FU-BILLY.
You probably should. You probably should.
Yeah, I think people make mistakes.
Oh, what's up, Callista? Is it Callista? Callista?
Yeah, Callista.
What do you got?
So I personally don't think that it should be the end of a relationship. Like my husband cheated on me and it wasn't the end of the world. I don't agree that you should have to leave somebody after that and throw out your entire relationship and trash your whole family. I mean, obviously it's not a good thing, but I don't necessarily agree with it. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't love you if he cheats.
I agree with that.
I don't know. If he cheats, obviously there's some serious problems in the relationship or serious problems with him. I think.
I mean, yeah, my husband loves me very much, but when a woman's throwing himself at him constantly or tempting him, that's kind of on her too.
Yeah,
Well,
but
she's not the one cheating.
Yeah, isn't he the one that's in the marriage?
Yeah, I mean, the situation I was in, the girl knew that he was married, so I think it was equally her part as well. But
so you're blaming her.
I mean, I think she had a big part to play in it. Girls love what they can't have. It's a weird catty thing, but that woman decided to have sex with my husband. She never should have tempted him knowing that he was married. But it's like a lot of the time, 90% of men, you're going to deal with this situation. It's like getting mad at a dog for eating a steak you left on the counter. Men are easily persuaded with sex, so it's risky.
So you're saying that when you had this other woman was persuading your man with butt cheeks and saying, "Hey, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you these butt cheeks," and just all over him, and it was just too tempting for him to say no.
I mean, yeah, men are a little easily swayed when it comes to that, but women always like the temptation and the excitement of that type of situation.
Well, what was happening at home that he couldn't resist this other woman's butt cheeks?
I mean, essentially, like after this whole thing came up, we had a conversation about it, what I thought he was missing, and I was trying to communicate like why that even came up, and he said he just wanted something a little bit more freaky, exciting, something a little different. So I don't know.
You didn't have that knowledge before he cheated. You didn't know that he wanted.
Object, I guess
You had no idea that he wanted freakier, and so you weren't willing to give him that. So then he went and bedded another woman.
Oh, and now we've worked it out where we have amazing connections. From this point forward, it really, I feel like, got us to really look at what was wrong in our relationship, and it actually brought us closer.
Okay, so that's why you're saying you don't just have to throw away a dude just because he cheats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not every situation is the same, but.
Huh.
All right. That's interesting.
I always thought you guys want to throw him away.
Yeah, like I've never, like she's like really nice.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Some
Shocking.
people are probably
It is
just men
shocking.
right for the trash.
It is.
She's so brave.
Some people, it's not the same. It always depends on, the type of connection you have with the person, of course. But some men that are just notorious cheaters and liars, just that's a whole different scenario.
Right, but you're saying that this woman was so intoxicating and she was waving it in front of him.
Yeah.
And he just, what is he supposed to do? His animal instincts. It's like the dog that sees the steak on the plate on the counter, knows it's probably not supposed to eat it, but he just can't help himself.
Is this woman a pick me, or does she just have a deep understanding of men and our weaknesses?
Both.
Yeah, both.
Like she's in tune with how men really are.
This person says, be a dirt girl and you never have to worry about your man cheating.
Some dirt girls would push back against that.
Her dude must have a hog.
Okay. That's always where people think. When a guy cheats and, his girl forgives him, it's always like, oh, he must have a big one.
Men are 100% animals. The people are saying that your man cheated because you weren't doing it right. She's not.
They had to be there. I don't think
she was not keeping him happy.
On something that they haven't
That's
been there,
not
so.
fair to say that she wasn't keeping him happy. I don't think that's fair.
I think she might be enabling him a little bit just because she's so understanding of our weaknesses. And most girls aren't.
Panda said, hungry dog gotta eat. It's either at your house or somebody else's.
Yeah.
Okay, was he a hungry dog, though? I mean...
Yes, he's very hungry dog. If he didn't like the victuals that she was serving at home, he went out, and then this other one's just waving these butt cheeks at him, saying, you can get these right now.
True.
No cost to you.
Fair point.
seducing them.
Yep.
And how often do dudes get seduced?
She's like, doesn't. I don't know.
I just don't know that. I
I've
liked
never
what that
seen
other
it.
guy said. So how could your dude go hump some other woman, lie about it, and then go home and lay down next to you?
Oh.
That's what his point was.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
the
does he
toughest
really
part.
love you if he can do that?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that side of it, but I mean, at the end of the day, I know he loves me, but it's sometimes people just disassociate. You know, they just compartmentalize those things and they just put it out of their mind completely.
Well, this person says it's the I'm tired, my stomach hurts, I got a headache routine.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to try that. And he went somewhere else. What's up, Star?
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Good.
So I want to chime in because I used to be married and I divorced him. He cheated because I ignored his feelings and I pursued my career instead.
Okay.
So that was on me. He voiced it. I was like, whatever. I'm going to do me because I need to get that bread. You've done enough. Let me do this. Just chill out. And from 1 month turned to a year, turned into 3 years. And
So it's all your fault, Star, right?
It's pretty much my fault, yeah. Why he ended up
Dang.
cheating because I
Two
ignored him.
chicks calling in saying that they're accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, and
That's
you guys,
pretty amazing.
You guys seem to recognize that, we like the booty like Burger King our way.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
And you guys recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
They're blaming
I mean, if you
themselves.
just sit
This
there
is
and just
unbelievable.
don't do
Can we get
anything
another
about
woman
it.
that'll blame herself so we can have
You
three?
want three?
I do.
Hey,
I
hey,
want
hey, don't
three.
get too excited. You're not off the hook yet.
Yeah, three. Can I get three?
Come on, one more.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I mean, you got two.
I think today was a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's two more than I ever thought you'd get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought there's more.
New relationship, not doing it anymore.
Mm.
Okay.
I think we're really just waiting for that.
I'm waiting for the third one.
Just looking at the screen, waiting.
Please.
Not gonna happen.
Please. One more woman to say it was all her fault while her man cheated. Come on.
Come on, Goof. Get him on.
It was just dead air. I know. I'm just waiting.
Just like staring at it.
Please.
It's not gonna happen.
I think it will.
Come on. One more lady to say it's not my fault, Billy. I did it.
One
I
more
didn't
would
please
just
my man.
it would confirm that this is like
I wouldn't do anything nasty
Yeah.
for
Women
him.
revolt.
I just don't.
I always had a headache. My tummy always hurt.
Somewhere there's a woman she's on FUB.
Yeah.
Trying to like dial that number.
It's BILLY. Go. Pick and pull hotline. Let's go. Can't just be two.
You gotta tell them what numbers to push.
Yes. 1-855-FU-Billy.
gonna
One
happen.
more
It
lady.
ain't
It's
gonna
like, it was all my fault, Billy, why my man cheated.
Not gonna happen.
I need that.
It has to.
It's only Monday. Come on. Wake up. Let's go.
Also, I'm a dirt girl, so yeah, that didn't really work out.
Hold on.
Oh,
Getting some more calls.
Oh.
I had to beg a little.
throwing that out
You
there.
did.
Trish. What you
Yeah.
got for us, Trish?
Yeah, my man cheated also, but he did let me know beforehand. You know, I wasn't putting out enough, and I didn't fix it. And so he cheated, and then I fixed it.
You fixed it. How did you fix it? What'd you do?
So not only listening to y'all, but listening to podcasts and reading books and articles and stuff, and then putting out
So
way more.
you did your research to see how to
Yeah.
please your man. I respect this.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So you're like, hey, you know what? Because, you're a doctor, right? You get in that profession. You don't ever stop learning. And you get with your man. That doesn't mean you just stop learning everything. You continue to study the art of pleasing your man.
Yeah, I gotta get in a man's head too. That's why I listen to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're part of that research.
Trish is fantastic.
Yes.
Because she didn't just Say it, she did it. She did the research. She got the books. She listened to the shows. She did her research. How to get her man happy. You didn't just lay down and just give him booty. You're like, no, there's got to be more to that. That's gonna get old.
Mm-hmm.
So then Trish did that. Okay, let me go to Crystal. It's gonna be 4. Crystal, because they say you got to throw away a cheating man. Do you think so?
I think if you have a man that cheats consistently, no matter how much effort you put in to make yourself freakier, I think it's just because secretly they're gay and want to be with men, and no women can satisfy them. So that's why they cheat all the time.
I mean, that's one way.
I mean, if you sit there and you do what you got to do to try to make them happy, and they're not happy, and they cheat on every girl they've been with, it's because they want a dude.
Some of them are just dogs, though. You know?
Yeah, dogs that want other dogs.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do you make sure that your man is happy now so that he won't look at other yards?
Well, I can't say that because my daughter just got in the car.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to Anonymous. Go ahead, Anonymous.
Oh, this will be good.
Hey, I just want to say I want to stay anonymous because my husband actually listens to this radio, so he's probably listening to you right now. He did cheated. We're still together. That was a couple of years ago. I do believe that I had part of it, but how do you know that you have part of it, at least in my case, and my husband never communicated anything?
Okay. Well, so what did you do? Did you do some research? Did you kind of figure out that maybe you weren't hitting the right buttons with your husband?
No, it has been about 4 years, and I'm finally starting to look at what my part on the whole situation.
Right.
However, at first, because I didn't know, I was putting all the blame on him. So I think that both parties have to be able to communicate. How do you fix something that you don't even know that was wrong?
Right. And if you want to fix something, then you have to figure out, what you can do, even if you don't feel that you had any blame in that. But what can you do to make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Yeah.
So it's not even that you're taking blame, that it's not your fault that he cheated, but you're like, hey, what can I do to make sure that he doesn't feel that he needs to go get it somewhere else? Now, is he just a jerk and he's just a dog and no one woman will ever satisfy him? That's a possibility. Or was he just missing out on some things that he wanted to do with you but was too afraid to ask? I don't know. That's a great question. But she stayed with him.
It's a great question.
Let's go to Isabel. What's up, Isabel?
Hi, how's it going, guys?
What you got?
All right, so I kind of heard other women speaking about.
Yeah, it's all their fault. You heard that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
This is incredible.
It's a big day for us.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's really upsetting to hear. I don't think that's a crazy mindset to have.
Okay, now, I don't know if you're hearing this, Callista and Star. She's saying that it's upsetting what you guys are saying and taking the blame for your man cheating.
Oh.
She's upset now.
I mean,
if you sit there and just keep ignoring somebody's feelings, what are you gonna do?
You can leave. I'm sure you're a great person, amazing in other aspects of life. Excuse me, you don't need that. Nobody deserves that.
No, I get you. I mean, there's always a balance. There's situations where you should easily just walk away, and I could walk away, but it's a decision that.
People are saying Isabel not for president. Don't listen to him, Isabel.
I've never heard that before.
Isabel,
they say somebody's name not for president.
Not for president. Don't listen to him, Isabel.
Yeah.
All right, I got to run to break.
That's a funny diss.
Thank you, guys.
Isabel, not for president.
Oh, that was funny. All right, I got to take a quick break. I guess it's the summer of, confessions. I have that. And what I thought was one of the bigger disses of all time. I'll play the audio next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? About 12 minutes away from a shot at $1,000.
Awesome.
A woman is saying that it's all ugly dudes that are out there.
I'm sorry.
She's calling it the ugly dude summer.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like ladies are going to have an ugly dude summer again.
Again?
Yeah, again.
That surprises me, though, just because, feels like there's a lot of good-looking guys out there. Not that I'm into guys, but I'm just not a hater. I see them all the time.
This is what I think the big difference is, too.
Yeah.
If you go out in public, men are wearing, like, bigger, they're not wearing tight clothes.
I wish I saw more ugly guys. I would feel more comfortable.
They're not, right? The women show a lot more skin, so, of course, that's going to draw your eye to them.
Yeah.
Because that's going to draw your eye. They wear tighter clothes, show more skin.
Yep.
Even they have their toes out.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't see dudes are basically fully clothed.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And so, of course, your eyes are going to go to one. You're going to be like, oh, look at all these beautiful creatures.
Mm-hmm.
But dudes aren't walking around with no shirt, chiseled abs.
I am looking for the ugly ones, though. Just because I want to be able to relax a little bit,
Looking for the ugly dudes.
I'm looking for the ugly dudes all the time. And I hate it.
Well,
go to the mall, you got no uglies. And I'm just like, damn it, bro. I can't even go to all the shops I want to. I got to get the hell out of here.
See, I'm doing the opposite because these women are always saying that it's all they see is beautiful women. So now I'm just focusing on the ugly ones.
No, I see I see mostly ugly women and good-looking guys.
Okay. We'll discuss that.
To be honest with you.
All right.
I don't like it more than anybody else. I hate it.
There could be that women feel that they're hotter than they are.
Facts.
Or they are beautiful, but men aren't attracted to that type of beauty. With the eyelashes and the fake hair and the makeup and those type of things.
It's still
I don't know.
a hot girl's world, no doubt.
All right. Well,
they're still going to get everything they want.
This was the rudest thing that I've heard in a long time.
Okay, I got to hear this.
All right.
What's the problem with dating in 2025?
Cinderella took off one shoe and found love. You took off all your clothes and couldn't find love.
Son of a bitch.
If you think about it, Cinderella took off one shoe, now lives in a castle.
Yeah.
Is a princess.
Right.
Married a prince.
She was running away from him.
Secured the bag.
Like, oh,
All
sorry.
she had to do.
You've had enough tonight. I need to go.
And this dude, she took off one shoe. So either that dude had a severe foot fetish, or
that's a good point.
Or that movie
I think he was
really
just
about a
trying
foot
to
fetish.
find the woman. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Right, but
Had
it was a
nothing to do
glass
with her
slipper.
He wasn't even the one administering the tests. If
But
he had a
think
foot
about that.
fetish, he would.
That Cinderella only had to take off one shoe to find love.
Cinderella's not real.
And this dude said you took off all your clothes and you still couldn't find love.
Man, that guy has perfected being rude to women. He thought about
okay, when I brought that up over the weekend, the grimace that I got.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
It was hilarious.
Yep.
And how many ladies are like, oh.
Imagine being married to that guy, though.
Oh, he's never going to get married.
He probably already is.
Maybe.
He's just a funny guy.
Oh.
I hope anyway.
Cinderella only had to take off one shoe to
I mean,
find love.
When you put it in that it's very. You
So
said it was
rude.
going to be rude.
I did.
You said it all morning. You said it since the start of the show.
People
I'm
are
gonna
saying,
play. I'm gonna play something.
Facts.
I mean, is it facts?
Yes.
I don't know if it's facts. I don't know if we're just like, yeah, facts. Facts.
Well,
that's where girls start to hate us is when we're all like, facts.
Well, I mean, it's a great point.
Like, chill out.
In case
It's
you
a
missed
funny
it.
comment.
In case you were
I don't
in the-
know if it's a great point. It's a funny joke.
It's a great point.
I don't know if it's I don't know if we
What's
need
the
to act
problem
like
with dating
it's
in
real.
2025.
2025?
Cinderella took off one shoe and found love. You took off all your clothes
Okay.
and couldn't find love.
All right. I mean,
just because All right, I'm laughing because dudes have been
It's
getting
funny.
they've been getting body bagged, being called ugly. Like I got a lot of that
Oh,
audio.
yeah, we're
and
getting
so,
body bagged all the time. Ouch, ouch.
So I had to laugh. This was just so
It's funny. It is. It's just the amount of guys that are like facts is just a little weird.
Nard just said, and Cinderella wasn't a big girl.
Okay, well, that's what he commented on?
Oh, no, that was somebody in the chat.
Oh, okay.
That is rude.
Yeah, that is very, I think that was the point.
This person said, that's bananas.
I think the point was rude was what they were going for.
And that's what I told you I was going to deliver.
No, you did.
Is that Cinderella only had to take off one shoe, and she found her man, got a castle, now is princess.
Yeah, I just don't know if,
Now, we don't know. They didn't have OnlyFans when Cinderella was around.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't trying to be an independent woman.
Right.
No.
She wasn't.
No,
she was looking for, save me.
No, she was like, hey, these ladies I live with are bitches.
They're hating on me because my dad died.
And I'm hot.
Yeah.
And they're ugly.
They're ugly.
And so they're mad that I'm hot.
Right. So that was kind of,
Have you ever
it was
watched
a little more
the movie?
survival for her.
Have you ever watched the cartoon?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Yeah,
no,
just
of course not. I'm a boy.
Man, those stepsisters were made to look so ugly.
I do remember that.
Wow.
They had ugly noses and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They some dogs.
They were
They
dogs.
just made a couple woofs.
They did.
Definitely. This lady was talking about how dudes are ugly.
This is for the girlies that always have another guy. Like, not always have another guy. Maybe I should reword that, but like, have someone attractive that they're hooking up with, and then they stop that, and then they have someone else. And like, where are you finding these men? Because on the dating apps, everyone's ugly. I'm sorry. Everybody is ugly. Not going out to bars, so I'm not meeting people there. And even if I was going out to bars, those are not the men I want to meet. The gym, no one talks to you. I have resting bitch face, so nobody's.
Oh, that would be pleasant.
She sounds like she has it.
Yeah, here's the problem. This is why no dudes are wanting to date you. Is you just said it. You're not smiling. You're not approachable. If I saw a pit bull, and it was giving me resting pit bull face, I'm probably not going to want to pet it or talk to it.
Right.
You're going to be a bit,
Yeah, I'd be like,
hi.
stay away from Cujo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
But,
you are, yeah.
If that pit bull had a big smile, tongue wagging out, right, butt wagging a little bit, I'd be like, oh, I should probably pet this dog.
Yeah.
Might
Oh,
want to
look
get
at
to know
this.
this nice little pit bull.
True.
That's probably the problem, is that you don't have a smile.
in my way. No one's talking to me. Oh, where are we meeting these men that are actually attractive? Because everywhere I look, it's ugly, ugly, ugly. There are so many attractive women, and there's so many unattractive men. I'm sorry.
Ugly dudes everywhere. It's an ugly dude summer, according to women.
That's crazy.
They're about to kick off the ugly dude summer. This one woman, she goes, oh, great. I can't wait for this ugly dude summer.
Yeah. And I mean, like, people may... guys aren't going to defend this, though, because guys aren't going to be like, oh, there's a bunch of good-looking guys out there, except for, I'll say that, but...
Derek will say it.
Most guys aren't going to be like, oh, man, all my bros are hot.
This woman...
Like, nobody's going to say that.
I got $1,000 that we're going to give away in less than 4 minutes, and this woman talks about no Poundy Town. We'll get to that next.
to the Billy Madison Show.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa. Hold on tight, cause I tweaking this, I let go.
Good morning. Welcome, Billy Madison Show. You see that Tinder's revamping stuff? Because Gen Zers, they're not really drinking. They're not having sex.
Yeah.
So they're not really living in that hookup culture. And it has such a big reputation, obviously, Tinder as being a hookup app. And so a bid to win over Gen Zers who say they're just not interested in hookups like that. Right? That's not their thing.
Yeah.
They don't want to go out and drink and do all that kind of stuff. They want to make real connections. And so they're kind of changing their strategy a little bit. It might have fallen off. You don't really see too many people still hooking up on Tinder as much.
I never even hear Tinder anymore.
Right? It almost feels like a dead app.
Yeah.
I don't know who's using it. Maybe they are. I don't know.
They might. Yeah, they very well could be. I just don't know about it. I never hear stories about it anymore.
They asked, 85% of people responded, said that they don't use Tinder because of its association with hookups.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've seen growth on Hinge and some of these other sites that are outpacing Tinder. And so Tinder's having to revamp. In fact, Tinder's seen a decrease in activity.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I would imagine most people, sure, it was probably fun at first. You're getting these hookups, but then you're just left empty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you're like, oh, crap, I'm just having these hookups.
Yeah.
And they never turn into any sort of relationship. Wasn't that kind of the excitement of meeting somebody and then getting to know them and going out different places and going out to eat, pickleball or whatever you do? You like dating.
Mm-hmm.
Go do fun stuff.
I agree.
But they're not doing that. You're just going straight to the sack.
Hey, you want to come over?
Yeah, just so impersonal, just hump.
Yep.
And then leave.
No,
and you don't get all the other fun parts of the dating process. You're missing out on all those.
Yep.
There's no, back in the day, I would imagine they had first kiss jitters. Are they going to kiss or not, or aren't they? And now it's like, is she going to bleep the bleep or not, or are we just going to hump? Right?
For
That's
sure.
way different.
For sure. Way different.
Absolutely.
Wait, they're not having first kiss jitters. No.
No.
Yeah.
First bleep jitters, or is she gonna make me use a condom or not?
That's crazy.
It is.
But yeah, I mean,
you can see that be real,
no doubt,
hollow feeling.
Mm-hmm.
There was this guy. Because the divorce just seems real awful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was in divorce court, and this is what he had to say, because. He says he loves his woman.
You are cheating. She is divorcing you.
Yes. Because, he's cheating.
Yeah.
So, she's like, hey, I can't take this anymore. You're a cheater. You're a bad guy.
Are you okay with that?
I mean, I don't want to get no divorce, but if that's what, what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
Do you love her?
Yes.
Are you willing to do whatever it takes to stay with her?
No.
Yeah.
Nah, you mean whatever it takes? Nah, I'll just skip that. It's not worth all that. Nah.
Nah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is.
He's like, nah, I'm going to skip that.
I'm going to skip that. Oh.
I'm not going to work on everything. Nah.
Honest, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's real honest about it.
He was, yep.
I don't want
even in front of a judge.
Right there in front of a judge. Do you want to know the new dream job for young men?
I do, yeah.
It's the stay-at-home son.
Oh! Well, that would be, yeah. That'd probably be, well.
Yeah, they prefer to just stay at home.
And take care of their parents?
It's not that they're not getting jobs or educations or trades or anything.
Uh-huh.
They just want to be a stay-at-home son. They don't want to leave the nest. That's their dream job.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care of their parents.
I wouldn't,
mow the lawn, take care of stuff. Stay-at-home son.
I wouldn't mind if my kid just, or kids, live with me forever. I wouldn't care. It wouldn't bother me at all.
Yeah, wouldn't bother me.
And that used to be, like, oh man, you wanted the kids out of the house.
No, it's terrifying.
ASAP.
From the stories that I hear, it's terrifying as your 18th birthday as a man was approaching. And you were going to have to, they were kicking your ass out, right?
Oh,
at
yeah.
18.
Because they just felt like that was how, if they didn't do it, you would never leave the nest.
Right.
Yeah, not in Hispanic households, though.
That's nice.
Oh, just
They
white
want
people,
you to
huh?
stay. They want you to stay.
That's
Get
sweet.
out.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
Look, Nard wouldn't leave.
No.
He was kicked out by his parents, so he went and lived in a shed.
They said you can't live here, so he said, okay. He finally finagled it to go live in the shed.
And that's
He's
what
like,
he
"I'm
did.
not leaving."
With an extension cord for electricity.
Yes. Yes. His parents like, please get out of here.
He couldn't take it anymore.
No. And he's like, I'll just go live in the shed.
Can you imagine that? How's your son doing?
He lives
He's
in the shed.
living in the shed outside the house. He's got an
Yeah.
extension cord. He's doing
Yep.
great.
Yep.
He's doing real good.
I see people on TikTok do that all the time now with their autistic adult kids.
They put them in sheds?
Yeah, they put them in sheds in the back of their house. I mean, they make them cool.
Okay, good.
The sheds are
I didn't know if they were in there with the lawnmower and
No.
the rake.
No, the shed. I mean, they're mini houses.
It's like a little apartment
Yes.
type thing. Yeah.
I mean, they even got plumbing in some of them.
Oh, well, I would hope so.
But it was
Well, that's
just
kinda cool.
Well, some of them just go in the house.
Mom, I got to poop.
Yeah. But they got TV. They got everything you want out there.
Gotta have TV. You have to watch Love on the Spectrum.
But, they're just, and they feel like it saved their family because it's just like, at least we have like our space now a little bit. Like we're in a different, building.
And when they need you, they come over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear something gross?
Sure.
Do you remember that Bonnie Blue that was going to do?
I do. One of the most famous porn stars in the world right now.
1,000 men?
Yeah. Probably the most famous porn star in the
Well,
world.
this is what she said.
So I've hinted at it. I am telling you now that I am going to hit 2,000 bodies on the 15th of June.
Jeez, June 15th. It's D-Day.
Yeah, it is.
That's the new D-Day.
That's an unbelievable amount she wants to get with.
That's a lot of kills.
I
So
don't
I've
think she
hinted
can
at
do
it.
2,000.
I am telling you now that I am going to hit
She's telling you, Derek.
2,000 bodies on the 15th of June. I want to be and used by the public. I want to give back and say thank you for getting me to where I am. The best way to do that is...
Have you seen her? She's out there buying sports cars.
Oh, yeah.
And designer bags and
She's
stuff
balling.
like that.
Balling.
But she looks wrecked.
She looks tired.
She looks so old.
Yeah, she does.
And
because that's what the wiener will do.
I guess.
I think it ages them.
I think too many
I
can
told
age
you,
them.
my mom looks older than my grandparents.
Yeah.
Who are her parents.
Yeah, because your grandma had like one wiener.
One.
She was a one wiener woman.
Yeah.
I think if you get too many, it can take a toll.
Oh, it does. My cousins that have had a lot of wiener, they aged quickly.
I wonder what it is.
It's punishment.
No, I'm not saying. I wonder what it is with the wiener that ages them. Because there is something there to it.
Yeah.
They start to look a little haggard.
Yeah.
2,000.
I've never
in
seen
day.
a woman that.
Well-
Oh my gosh, Bonnie Blue's gonna look so old by the end of the year.
She's like 24, looking 44.
24. She looks 45 minimum.
It's wild.
I mean, she looks like a cougar. And she's only 24 years old.
Something like that.
She's young.
Yeah, she's pretty young.
24 as a girl. Come on, that's like your prime.
Yeah, but she's spoiling the milk.
Yes, she is.
But
But she'll say it's worth it because she's making a ton.
is it really worth it?
The money that she's making, I bet it is.
There's no way.
Because she's making millions.
I know.
Like she has so many subscribers.
Why?
I don't know because she's not. I don't think she.
But
she's doing a gimmick.
Yeah, it is. These are stunts.
Yeah. It's not even like how she looks. It's just a
she's
gimmick.
Johnny Knoxville, if you.
Oh yeah,
change
she's
a couple
Jackass
letters.
of OnlyFans. Yeah.
If you change a couple letters.
Right.
She's Bonnie Knoxville.
I'm Bonnie Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah.
And then 100 dudes just pour in the door. God dang.
The first one to find the blue car wins.
But at least she's getting paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah. This one was talking about how many bodies she's collected.
So which of you two has the higher body count?
Why you gotta point at me?
What's your body count?
You gotta add a few zeros.
A few zeros.
I thought it was just 3. I thought you just added 3.
Like, what's your body count?
What do you mean you gotta add a few zeros? I'd say mine's probably like 45 to 5,000.
4,500
That's
to
a hell of a-
5,000. How do you just displace 500?
That is just a hell of a number.
How do you like? I don't know. It's like I'm missing 500. It could be.
I think
more.
when you get up that high, you probably do.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, but I mean, when you're in that number range, like it's.
I mean, one more doesn't matter.
45 to 5,000? Like 4,500?
Yeah, like 4,500. How? That's not that much.
It's not that much. For what?
It's not even a lot.
That's kind of a lot.
That's a lot. That's not a lot.
How do you get to 5,000 guys? You don't even look.
I mean, it would be that very easy for a woman to get to 5,000 guys.
Yeah, it would.
It would.
Ever since high school, I've just been a freak. I've been a freak my whole life.
Huh?
She didn't have a day off or nothing. Just every day is Freaky Friday.
I pretty much slept with the whole football team. Like all the girls hated me because I all of their boyfriends.
Like the whole high school.
Yeah, pretty much. And maybe a teacher.
And a couple teachers?
Just one.
Oh, only just one teacher. Jeez. 4,500. 4,500.
That's such a big number.
That is. Well, it is because not only is it the summer of ugly dudes, it's the straight thong. What was it? The straight Speedo summer, straight guy Speedo summer.
Yep.
It's an ugly dude summer, and it's also a freak summer. And this is what this woman did last summer.
What is your craziest summer break confession?
Oh my gosh, bro! Hold on.
Say.
But one summer, like, I got really up, and there was just a group of like 5 guys, and a train happened. But like, it wasn't anything crazy. 5 isn't even that much, bro.
Wow.
Just a train broke out. It's not even that much.
Yeah.
She went on to say that she wants to try 6 this summer. 6, add another, train car.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. It's the summer.
Yeah, it is.
They say that the freakiest stuff happens in the summer. One, because you're wearing less clothes. Water does something to women. I don't know what it is, but water does something.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of waves or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something in the air.
There's something.
Just a freak-ass summer. 5's not a lot, huh, apparently?
I guess it sounds like a lot to me.
Well, what was interesting is the guys were like, oh, that's a lot. What are you talking about? And the women were like, that's not even that much. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
They're just getting started.
That's not that much. And if you guys that say it's a lot, you're just jealous because you couldn't get 5 girls.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
maybe there's some facts to that.
There might be, yeah.
Because
that's how I guess.
That's what this woman said is that men are just mad that they can't pull that.
I don't know if that's. She's a little off base there.
Because I don't know that dudes would want 5 women.
5 women is just like, what are we gonna do? Like, I only have 1 weenie.
That's right, and really, I only got a musket here.
Yeah.
That's it.
5 would just be unnecessary, and I don't need that many women.
You know how when you go to a restaurant and they just bring out way too much food that's unnecessary?
It's all great food, but you're just like, you couldn't possibly get it all.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't need all this food. Do you see another thing that's back?
What?
Flashing is back.
Okay.
Badass.
So, man on the street, those interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of those, and now flashing is back.
Okay.
Because it went away for a little bit, and
Last
now
time I could think of was like NHL hockey a couple of years ago. Remember that Oilers girl?
Yeah.
It's also a flash your boobs summer.
You ever been with a black guy before?
Yeah, I have.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. Rate that experience 1 through 10.
8.5 out of 10.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. What's the chances I could be the next one?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
So we can make that happen tonight.
Yeah, we could, actually.
Whether you like him or don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number 1.
Then she flashed her boobs to him. Yep.
All right.
That is back, boys. The flashing.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I thought that was gone forever.
Yeah, I love that if it really is back.
Yep. Well, I've seen a lot of American flag stuff out there.
Okay.
And
American
flashing
flags
goes
and flashing
with
go
the
hand in
American.
hand.
They do.
It's facts.
Yeah, that is a fact.
That's facts.
All right, I got to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
to the Billy Madison Show. Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Yes, Billy Madison Show. I guess for some folks, it's going to be a no cheeks summer. It's, you know how there's all these themes. It was hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Now these women are complaining that it's ugly guy summer, that they're not going to find any hot guys because it's just all ugly dudes out there, and these girls are going to have to suffer through another ugly dude summer.
Sad.
Is it really that bad out there? Is it just all ugly dudes everywhere? Just
I mean, maybe it is.
Just
I don't
an
know.
ugly ass dude summer. You guys are going to have to suffer through.
Mm-hmm.
Just hating on that. Let's see here. No Pound Town. So this woman was she's a little bit of a pick-me, which I don't hate.
Nope.
I think those are kind of
You made
fantastic.
a good case for them recently?
If they're not saying pick-me, they're
Yeah.
saying don't.
Which
So
is a great
I
point.
think that is a great point, and I know a lot of people want to bag on the pick-me's, but the
Right, because they're
pick-me's,
like, oh, you're such a pygmy, like, as if it's like an insult.
she's saying this is what I'm going to bring to the
Mhm.
relationship. She's saying pick me because I understand.
Yeah. Now, if she doesn't follow through, then she's just a fraud.
Yeah, she's a fraud me.
Yeah.
But pick me. I don't know. I don't hate him.
No.
There's this one lady, she makes all this, she just opens the door and she's like, you want me to make me a sandwich?
Yeah.
That's all the videos that she does. That's what she asks her dude all the time.
It's actually hilarious.
You want me to make you a sandwich? That's all she does.
The way she sounds is really funny.
And anytime you want me to make you a sandwich?
Yeah, that's hot.
Remember that used to be the international symbol of she loves you if she made you a sandwich? The sandwich became a symbol of truth, justice in the man way.
Sure.
Much like flowers, right? When a man would bring flowers to his woman. That was like the international signal that I love my wife more than you love your wife because I'm giving her flowers.
Yeah. And it's just like, yeah,
And-
you probably do.
And you know what? It's not even her birthday. It's not Mother's Day. It's a nothing day, and I'm getting her flowers because I love my wife more than you love yours. That's what it would say. Anytime you buy flowers, oh, is it a special occasion? Yeah, because she's special.
I love it that a guy would see another guy do something for his wife and be like, I got to outdo that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, you're getting flowers. I'm getting balloons.
Have fun with that.
So,
oh, you got your wife a big diamond ring? I got to get a bigger one.
I got a bigger one. I love my wife more.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I used to take pride in that. And then the sandwich.
What a weird time.
With like an iced tea or something. You're out there, you're mowing the lawn, and on that paper plate would be a sandwich.
How disgusting. It's so hot out here. You think I want to eat outside?
I don't want a sandwich when it's hot out.
Yeah.
At all.
Get away from me.
Well, this woman, a little bit of a pick-me, had a problem with all the women not letting their men go to Poundy Town.
Going to make a lot of females mad, but I think it's time that we stop congratulating women that leave men in relationships. Like, good job, girl. He was a piece of anyway. I knew that you could leave him. Meanwhile, old Sally hasn't given her man Pound Town in over a year, and her man's mentally drained, going insane, finally steps out, and Sally notices that Tom's cheating, and now he's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets it.
Mm.
Today has been a day of get it.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I know I'm going to make women mad because dudes never celebrate. You know, I mean, maybe some, it's like the guy's still sad. No matter how bad the relationship was, the guy still feels sad because it was a failure.
Yeah.
Right? Not that it was a competition, but it was a failure in life. That if he got married and got divorced, no matter if it was all his fault or whatever, he's still feeling sad. I don't know any dudes that have ever thrown a divorce party.
No.
Whether it's all his fault.
I've never seen one.
Whether he, even if he believed that it was
Ever.
100% her fault, I never saw a dude
never
throw a divorce party.
Not one time.
But
I don't think it's ever happened.
The ladies, you guys will throw a divorce party. I saw this online. So it was her first D since divorce, cake. And all her friends got around and celebrated her first D since divorce.
I mean, all your friends are getting around. It's embarrassing to you. And of course, they're participating because
It's
they're
your
like,
first D since divorce.
Yay.
Here's a cookie cake.
They're making fun of you. By getting a cake and stuff, they're laughing at you. Like, oh, look at this. We're celebrating this.
Oh, this is great.
I think they really celebrate it.
They do.
I think they're highlighting.
They do.
more.
No, they celebrate.
No, they're like, get it, girl.
Ooh. Well, where are you going today? Oh, you're not going to believe it, but
They're
Monica,
participating and making them undesirable to other men.
Monica got, it's her first D since divorce, and so we're going to go over and we're going to celebrate. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Tell us
We
all
got
about
her a
that
cookie
D.
cake with genitalia on it.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. I thought that was a football.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a fun party.
That's
Sounds awful.
stupid.
It's very stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid.
Did you hear it, Monica?
Oh, we're
She
going to
got
have a
her first
party
D
for this
since
class
divorce.
I flunked out of. Oh, yeah, I didn't make it this year. We're going to have a party.
Oh, my gosh. We just celebrated her divorce a week
Right.
ago. We're already having another party. She just got her first D since divorce.
I just got my car repossessed. We're having a party about it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. You're
Yeah.
right.
It's a big-ass L that you're having a party for.
I know.
Yeah.
I've
but
never
they
seen.
look
We
at it,
lost the
Derek.
Super Bowl. City had a parade.
They look at it like a new beginning, a new life. They got out of something they didn't want to be in anymore, and so
It's a win.
It's a win. Yes, it's a win. It's a glass half full.
Right.
Where a man looks at divorce like a glass half empty.
Right.
So we're not going to celebrate a failure.
No.
Because that's what it is. It's a failure, whether whose fault, and there's probably fault on both ends, but you're not going to celebrate. And that's just insane to have a cookie cake because she got her first D after a divorce.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our number one draft pick was a bust. Let's have a party. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And what this woman's point is, so she got the first D after a divorce, right? And they had a nice little cake and a little, get together and stuff like that, celebrated. But it's like, if you put that same energy into your marriage, would you still be divorced?
Probably not.
I don't know.
But you never know, I guess.
And I think that woman brought up a good point. I wonder if there's any homies out there listening who you were in that predicament where you got no pound town. You were almost, it's a sting operation. Where you know how you're driving and then the cop will be hiding out in the bushes and then woo 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 and then just turns on the lights and he pulls you over because he was hiding, right?
Right.
That's what I feel like. She's hiding the V
Yep.
for a year from you, right?
Uh-huh.
And so then you do something illegal, which is, you start humping some other woman.
Right.
And
then she's right there, right on your ass right away.
Right away. Nabs
Pulling you over.
Pulling you over,
Yeah.
gives you a big old divorce ticket.
It sucks.
But you didn't get any action. No, as this woman said.
Town.
No.
Old Sally hasn't given her man Pound Town in over a year. And her man's mentally drained, going insane, finally steps out, and Sally notices that Tom's cheating. And now he's the problem.
Yeah. I wonder how many dudes have fallen trapped to that. Right? You've fallen in that quicksand. What's up, Kat?
Hi, how y'all doing again?
What you got?
I just have a little wake up call for women. I agree with that woman on the recording. I'm tired of hearing women, married, girlfriends, relationships. Well, I don't feel like I should. It's not fair that women should, feel obligated to have sex. Yes, that you are very obligated to have sex, just like you expect men to work and pay the bills. When you get into a marriage and a relationship,
It's a silent obligation. A man knows that he's not obligated to work and pay the bills and all that stuff, but it's a silent obligation that he knows that that's just an unwritten rule that you have to have a job, you have to be contributing. And you would imagine
women
that
should know that too.
man and woman.
Yeah, I don't blame.
It's
these
not in the
men,
vows you got to
these-
hump, but it's just like the fruit of the marriage. is to be able to hump.
It really is. People want that intimacy, whether it's, I mean, it's a part of life. It's a part of marriage. It's, all these women, they.
But you know what, though? In defense of all the women.
Want to get mad because, their husbands are out doing what they need to do. But then again, you want to be a stay-at-home mom, not work, not do nothing, and have this man work 40, 50 hours a week and then not give him any booty? I mean, come on.
All right, but let's say this woman was giving it to her man. The man stopped going downtown. The man would get on and get off the ride, right? Didn't really try to do anything for her, so it's not every case where it's always the woman's fault. And then, of course, she's going to lose interest in wanting to have sex with him if she's not getting anything out of it.
'Cause sadly, you know what? And I'm not saying all younger men, but you don't see that too much in the older men. But in a lot of the younger men, they're just in and out for themselves.
Well, they've been conditioned to do that because of Tinder and all these apps, which is, hey, you're not supposed. You're there for a short time, not a long time, right?
Yeah, but if you're in a relationship or in a marriage and your man's just up and going and not really putting in everything, I mean, it goes both ways,
Right. So because we have droves of women that complain about their man not putting out. What is she supposed to do if their man's not putting out? Their man's not taking a trip downtown. Then she steps out. He can't get mad at her.
That's true.
But you know what I've noticed?
What?
You want the big difference is the man doesn't get mad at her if she steps out. The man goes, I should have done better.
Yeah.
But women won't admit their fault.
Right. Yes.
Most women won't admit their fault.
Yeah, I think that might be true. But
most women, but women tend to be very prideful. That they really do. Mostly women have that attitude where they feel like they're better than the men. They can do better, so they deserve better. And those are the ones who don't stay married very long or just don't get married at all.
Yeah, as I've said, you got to marry a woman that wants to be a wife, not a woman that wants to be have a marriage, have a wedding. You don't want that. You want a woman that wants to be a wife. And just like you want to marry a man that wants to be a husband. You don't want to marry a man that, what man wants to really get married? But you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Kat. Appreciate it.
Men now dream about their weddings.
Nard did.
Nard
is still butthurt.
Still does, yeah.
That he never got his proper wedding.
He never thought that was a possibility that he would go through life without having a big giant wedding.
And he has talked to me about this numerous times about how he still wants to meet someone special so that he can walk down the aisle. He can't wait to be waiting up there for his bride.
Yeah.
And then to hear the church,
wedding.
The music, the
reception,
the whole thing.
The whole thing.
See, I figured he'd want his bride waiting for him at the altar.
Yeah, I mean,
he's being a realist.
Surprised, but
okay.
The fact that he just he thought that was going to be his reality was crazy.
I remember the day he got married, and then we were at Fuddruckers. He was so sad.
Oklahoma.
He was so sad. Because he was like, I never wanted it to be like this.
Yeah.
He was so sad that he was at a Fuddruckers. And look, Nard's out of business, and so is Fuddruckers.
Yep.
Oh, I love Nard. I do. His life is just...
No, his life is
chef's
Fuddruckers.
kiss. Yeah.
He's living that Fuddruckers life.
Yeah, he is.
He didn't get his proper wedding. Time's running out.
And to have your reception just one of the worst restaurants I've ever been to.
So bad.
Yeah.
I remember he was like, I can't believe we're at a Fuddruckers.
But he had a courthouse wedding.
I know, but he didn't want that. He wanted...
he didn't.
He wanted the whole thing. He wanted the tables so people could sit.
No, he wanted a reception.
He wanted to walk around. He wanted someone to make a speech for him.
Yeah.
Obviously, Derek, you would be his best man. You or
I wouldn't.
Cliff or whoever the hell it is.
I wouldn't even be up there.
Or Jason.
I wouldn't have even got an invite. It would be like Chris's wedding.
No, I'm saying in general, like you would be his best man.
Not a chance.
What?
Not a chance. That guy hates me.
No, he doesn't.
He absolutely does. And I don't care. I don't have any problems with that.
Stop it. He's always liked you better.
No, that's not true in any way.
Oh, yeah. I've
That
always
kid
been
hates
like
me.
third fiddle or
That
whatever he
kid
says.
hates me.
He does not.
He does.
He doesn't call me
All
to
right,
dress him.
I hate him too.
What is a sleep divorce, and why is this concerning trend becoming more popular? And you've seen this a lot. In fact, I just had a conversation. There was a couple, and they recently just got a sleep divorce. He got his own room.
These are becoming so
She's
popular.
got her own room, and they hang out all day or whatever.
Yeah.
They might have sex,
People
and
are
then
swearing by these.
and then they go to their separate rooms to go to sleep.
They're saying
And
he's got saved their marriage.
Got a gaming system. Like, it looks like a teenager's bedroom, according to him.
Yeah.
TV, surround sound. He's got lights.
Yep. No, he's got the whole
The thing.
gaming setup.
The decorated how he wanted to decorate it and everything.
Got snacks in there.
Every little fridge.
Yeah. It's a life.
And then she's got her girly, a blogger bedroom.
Right. Just has a whole bunch of like candles.
Yeah, just all girly stuff and pink. And he says it's been something.
It's probably saved their marriage.
Could have. At least it prolonged the divorce.
Yeah.
New data shows that nearly 1 in 3 are struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep. And so lots have embarked on a sleep divorce, opting to get their nightly rest in separate beds.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I don't know why. There's some comfort. It's like having the dog in the bed.
Yeah.
Right? I know it's I couldn't sleep.
It's like, come on, wife, come on.
Come on. All right, lay down.
Get under the covers.
Quit moving. Stop it. Stop it. And then your wife,
It's like
she
having
walks
the
in a
dog
circle.
in the
Yeah,
bed.
she walks
Man,
in a
what a
circle and then
compliment.
finally lays
What a
down.
Circle.
It's like having the dog in the bed.
Well, I'm just saying, it's
Flops.
comfortable, right? Is it not comfortable when you have your dog in the bed?
Of course.
Yeah, same thing with your
I love
wife.
it.
It's like having the dog. It's comfort.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Same thing.
Yep.
Like if you don't have pets, it's your wife. Your wife is like, what's that noise?
Right.
Right? You're asleep. And your wife wakes up because they don't sleep for anything. And it's like she wakes up for every little noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a dog does.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you're one of these people that have your dogs in the bed, I don't know how you have a sleep divorce.
I don't know if there's. I feel like they are growing in popularity, but it's
I'm not.
It's
doing
still
it.
got to be very rare.
We have 2 dogs and a cat and the wife in the bed.
Definitely seen it though a lot more the past 5 years. The sleep divorce thing is really like caught on to some
A lot of
people.
times it starts with the couch. They'll just
A lot of
migrate
times, yeah.
out to the couch.
But then you have a big enough house, you got this extra room, and next thing you know, like why don't you? I'm sleeping here tonight. I don't even know how that first night happens. Probably, I guess,
so
a fight.
lonely.
Probably a fight is how it originally
Maybe.
starts.
Or farting.
Okay, I don't think it's ever happened because of farting.
Oh yeah, wives have kicked their husband out because it's like, okay, you got to get control of that.
I don't think they have.
Yeah. Well, they don't enjoy it.
I know they don't enjoy it, but I doubt anybody's got moved to another room for farting.
Oh, for sure.
But
we can save that for tomorrow.
It's possible.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris, are you sleep in the bed with your wife, right?
Most of the time.
What do
not
you mean
all the time.
most of the time?
I'm fat, so I snore a lot. And so sometimes I will because my wife will go downstairs and sleep on the couch, but if I feel her getting out of bed, I'll be like, I'll go,
because it's your fault.
It's my fault.
You're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
not
What do you have? Sleep apnea or something,
Well,
or what do
look
you
at
got?
me. I have everything.
I have everything.
I mean, I'm
It's sleep apnea.
I don't know how I'm not in the hospital next to Nard, to tell you the truth.
Well,
It's
you didn't take
a dang
Ozempic.
miracle.
Yeah, you didn't take Ozempic.
Maybe
Yeah.
you're not being
maybe.
a whore. You're eating
I'm not being a-
unhealthy, but you drink
God.
water.
I do drink water. Yeah.
So you got that going for
I
you.
do.
Go.
All right, I got to take a quick break. We got the big ass world news next.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast.
On the Billy Madison Show.
All right. Some news. This man claims that he got a $3.6 million lottery win.
Yeah.
Only to, like, fall asleep to have his girlfriend collect the cash and then ghost him. Oh
that seems a bit. All right.
Can you imagine you get a... Now, I don't know the full details, but
Yeah.
according to him, imagine
This
you
is
buy
his
a lottery
story.
ticket. You're like, I won.
Yeah.
$3.6 million. You go to sleep, wake up,
Ticket's
she's
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
She's got your cash. No, she's never talking to you again.
Yeah, that seems tough.
All over some money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd be so upset.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that would make you, yeah.
Wonder if she even loved me.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just, yeah.
I wonder.
End it all.
I
guess.
thought
Yeah.
she loved me too.
Well, and it's just like, really? But you just got to lay down and take that? Like, there's got to be some gas station footage or something of you buying the ticket.
Something with Big Brother watching everything.
Yeah, yeah. Or you're just, maybe she hit the lottery ticket and you're just trying to get some of her cash. I don't know. But if you bought the ticket, I just feel like she can't just go cash it.
Dan asked.
Especially that much. 3.6. We're not talking about a couple $100 lottery. We're talking about 3.6 million.
A few years ago, they asked the question, if you won the lottery,
Mm-hmm.
would you stay with your partner? Majority of dudes said yes. There were some guys that were like, they're not getting any booty. She's a lame. She's not a freak. So, yeah, they're like, no, I'm gone.
Yeah.
They asked women, you win the lottery. You don't have to share it with your partner. You stay? No, I'm gone.
That's crazy.
It was like a majority like, no, I'm leaving.
I think most guys would because they look at it like she was with me before I hit the lottery.
Yeah.
So
I wonder why ladies don't look at it like that. He was with me when I didn't have nothing.
yeah. Ladies never have said that.
No, they're never like,
Ladies
hey, man,
have never had that ever pop in their
he was
head.
with me when I didn't have any money.
I love him. Like, no lady gets like hot. She's like, he loved me when I was ugly.
He loved me when I had no money. And
yeah.
He had to pay for everything.
Right.
And actually, I brought all this student debt too. He loved me.
Yeah. Paid it off even though I decided to be a stay-at-home woman.
Yeah. So he loved me when I had nothing. You never hear that.
Never.
A man killed another injured when a dumpster they were sleeping in emptied into a garbage truck.
Oh, God.
What a wake-up.
Yeah. What a hell of a spot to sleep.
A man was killed.
Yeah, I bet.
And the other one severely injured. Can you imagine? They
Like, you
pick it
probably
up.
wouldn't even hear
You're
that.
inside the
Yeah,
thing.
right.
And then you come crashing down. Because it's violent. Have you ever watched it? They shake it. It's violent.
Yes. Right, to get everything out. Yeah.
Speaking of that.
It's funny though because the raccoons here, even when they hear the truck coming up, they get out. They get the hell out of that thing.
Well, Nard once said, "There's some raccoons that are smarter than people."
I mean, that's what I was just saying right there. Even the raccoons are like, "Oh, time to get out of here.
Time to get out of here. We got to scurry." They're a little more resilient. They can take a fall better than we can.
They definitely can.
Yeah.
Most of them I see fall out of the trash can and land straight on their. I mean, they're not cats.
They are.
Raccoons land dumb sometimes.
They do.
I've seen them land straight on their back. It's hilarious.
And a 7-year-old boy has 3-inch nail removed from his brain by incredible surgeons after he fell on it in a horrific playtime accident.
God dang.
You saw it went all the way through his brain.
Yeah. Just glad the kid is going to be all right.
It's going to be all right, but you wonder if he's going to glitch every now and then.
What a miracle.
It's like all of a sudden he's just talking and it's like
yeah, no. I mean, a nail right through your brain. Yeah, you might think that might pop up again.
Let's see. Man forces emergency call handler to choose where he stabs his screaming father. So he called 911. He's like, all right, where should I stab him?
What a psycho.
Like, that's not what we do here.
You think they're going to participate in that?
You got to tell me where. What are we doing? Where?
Stab him in your head.
That'd be a great answer.
Right? Try to trick him.
Yeah, here's what you do, sir. Yeah, you stab him in your head.
Yeah.
My head? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your head, right there. Yeah, right there. Between the eyes, right there. Your head.
Yeah.
That ain't his head, though. I know.
What a psycho.
But you're asking me.
No, I just wonder how the father's like, man, I made this kid that, went on to try to kill me. Like, that just sucks.
Yeah, imagine you're humping, right?
Yeah.
You're just no condom, no nothing.
Okay.
You make a baby.
Right?
Right?
I don't know how this dad was. Let's just say he was somewhat decent.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, at this, if you get a half decent dad, quit bitching. All right. And then that dude someday is going to call 911 and ask where he should stab his dad.
Yeah. That's, really scary.
I always hate this, but the Sydney Sweeney chick, she admits that she's loving her single life after ending the 6-year relationship with her fiance. Zero
It's like
grieving.
just rubbing it into him even
Look
more.
at this. I love it.
It's like, honey, everybody knows you're doing great. Like, just let him be.
Nah, but we gotta.
Oh my God! Ever since I left that loser, life is just great.
Oh, I am loving this.
Yeah.
It's like Taylor Swift when she would make those songs.
Right.
She made billions off of the songs.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, the skeletons of other men.
Mm-hmm. Well, her life experiences,
That's
to
what
be
I
fair
said.
to her, yeah.
You know that demonic Annabelle doll?
Yes.
That Nard says also put him in the hospital?
I saw it in front of the Alamo.
Yeah. Well, it's now back in New Orleans.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Good.
They're saying
Get the hell out of here.
they shouldn't have moved her.
She's probably pissed.
Well,
Well, she's
demonic
not real.
Annabelle doll safely back
Yeah.
in custody after claims it escaped
Right.
and caused havoc in New Orleans.
This weekend I actually learned for the first time, because the guy I think passed away was the guy that played Chucky. Like, he passed away.
died.
I didn't even know that was a real person. Like, I didn't know. I thought that was like some kind of just doll. I didn't know that was a little person.
Well,
that was like in doll costume.
Well, did you know that in New Orleans, I guess, an inferno destroyed this historic plantation house between Baton Rouge, and they're blaming it on the doll.
Okay, it absolutely wasn't the doll. It's a doll.
I know.
People really do
Actually,
believe in that stuff, though. They
I don't
believe
know
in
where
ghosts.
the doll is now. I don't know where its home is, but
They believe in voodoo,
all that stuff.
especially in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
New
huge
Orleans
over
is-
there.
Yeah.
Chris, you probably saw that WWE dumped R-Truth.
Is
I
that
heard
real?
about that.
Yeah, it's real.
Like that doesn't that seem hard to believe?
He was
Because it's not. I'm not even a wrestling guy, and I saw so much R-Truth stuff
Yeah.
all the time. Like, he was always
he
making
was just
waves.
very comedic. He
Yeah,
was
he's
funny.
a funny guy.
Oh, and so they're like, yeah, maybe they.
I don't
maybe
know.
they
I
weren't
thought
going.
it was a dumb move. I don't want to say I'm totally losing interest, but
I lost interest a long time.
But
I mean, R-Truth was pretty good.
he was when you're dumping somebody that when you're dumping somebody that has moments that you remember
And they're funny, yeah.
Yeah, because I
They're
still
great
remember because there's this guy named L.A. Knight, and then they introduced him in Louisiana, and they introduced him as Louisiana Knight. That's what R-Truth did. And he's like, no, it's Los Angeles.
He trolls everybody.
It was hilarious. He called him a hometown hero and all that stuff, and then L.A. Knight comes out. Louisiana Knight. It was hilarious. He was fantastic.
Man, that sucks.
All right, that's it. See you tomorrow.